By the way, Gange on the wrap-up show yesterday, Mike Gange, who works for me from Howard TV, claims he does not use his Facebook page while he is at work. That is not true. I have done extensive checking, and you can tell when people are on. The times are on and when they're posting. And he does.
You're talking about your Facebook thing again?
Gange posts during his work.
So he was saying yesterday that he didn't do that.
Yeah, I officially dislike Facebook.
You officially dislike Gange?
First of all, I mentioned Facebook yesterday, so now I have like 10 million friend requests, which I am now ignoring.
Yeah, you can't go through 10 million.
No. And then I signed up on Jillian Barbary's page, and then that led to more trouble because that's a fan site, and so I got more friend requests.
Oh, no.
I thought I was contacting Jillian.
Well, how can you tell the difference?
I can't.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing. You know me. I'm a new user. Most people make mistakes. It's not a big catastrophe.
So now, are you staying on this Facebook or are you getting off?
I got to get off. I
it's
tried
so
it yesterday.
stupid.
It's so,
really.
Artie, it's the biggest waste of time.
I could have told you that.
You know how vapid it gets? Even JD was telling me. I've analyzed Facebook for now a day. And
well, I'm glad you're doing a service. I would like your analysis.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, everybody was telling me to get on, so this is great for me, too.
If I was single, which you are, and so is Artie, if I was single, I would be on this. I'd be totally addicted. There are so many hot chicks floating around on this thing, all looking to hook up.
Really?
Artie,
it is
you
the
better
greatest
get on.
networking, social networking. You would believe. I mean,
Artie has to leave.
Yeah, and you got to hook in. Like, I'm on various websites, and there's a couple of hot girls I know who I'm on their website. And Beth and I were looking at it yesterday, and the hot girls are the ones, their friends are all in thongs and bikinis.
You mean the girls' friends are even hot girls?
Yeah, and Facebook won't admit this, but it was invented so guys could get laid.
Is it everything?
Yeah, pretty much. You name the invention. I could take Rubik's Cube and tell you why some guy wanted to get laid.
The guy that created it does sort of admit that.
He does?
Yeah.
He was like a college kid who I think was kind of geeky, and you know.
John Hine has said to me that they don't admit that, but the fact is that's exactly what it is.
Right.
So if you're single, and which you are,
yes,
I can recommend this.
Oh,
because,
okay. Well,
please.
It's not for you. It's for me.
It's for you. Even Beth goes, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to start chatting with all these hot
girls,
chicks? And I go, yeah, that's right. I am.
It's, but a lot of these attention mongers who years ago would never have been able to, put their photograph out into the world because they weren't good enough or pretty enough to get into show business. Now this is their show business.
Absolutely.
That's true.
You meet hot chicks who are they have regular jobs, and you go, well, there's my modeling photos are up on MySpace. Like, are you a model? Like, no. Have you acted? No. They just want, they like that attention, The
person you want to make friends with more than anyone on Facebook, so far that I've discovered, is a frequent guest of our show, Sandra Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Because
Why?
she has so many hot friends, and she's hot. So you go on there, and she has hot pictures of herself. Then when you're done looking at her hot pictures,
you can let her get her hot friend.
well, then you can friend all her friends, and they're all hot chicks. Or, dudes. I don't care about the dudes, but the hot chicks.
She's got dudes on there, too?
She's got hot chicks like, Victoria Silvstedt and like her.
Sure.
Yeah, like
see, that sounds interesting to me, but I'm so pathetic. Like I swear to you,
on the computer.
I swear to you, I own a computer, and Robin, I don't know where it is. I don't know where my fucking laptop is. I had it.
You're like my parents.
I am.
I
haven't seen my website.
Yucko the Clown, you're on the air.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
Hey. Speaking of Gange, man, this new show's coming on Howard TV, and Gange wants us to fucking blog on Facebook or whatever the fuck it is, like a fucking faggot, like I'm ready to throw my dick in the street.
Did you go on Gange's Facebook page?
It's fucking pathetic. He's a big, fat, bald guinea, and he's fucking... what's going on?
You're right.
It's pathetic.
You're a big, fat, bald guinea.
By the way, Gange, stop the lie that you don't blog on your MySpace at work. You do.
Have someone, Jason Kaplan, go on my thing.
They're at work doing it.
When?
We have a list of the times you're on. It's when you're working.
Dude, go on. Well, yesterday was a different occurrence. Because yesterday, after all the conversation, you get...
Oh, so you were on it.
Well, wait.
Oh.
You know how you
it's
get
a different occurrence.
Yeah.
How many days are there different occurrences?
Yesterday was just different because I was getting bombarded with friend requests that come through my personal email. So when I would check my email, it would say like 150 requests. So I'd have to delete stuff and, But otherwise,
the gayest blogger on the planet, Mike Gange.
Did you go to my page yesterday, by the way? I
no.
was. Meanwhile, I was so bummed out last night. I was walking home, and after work, and I realized you friend requested me, and I was like, my Facebook page is now ruined because I'm going to sit there and be judged now for every little thing that I put on.
You're gay. I'm fine.
I said, I'm going on this Facebook to see what my staff is up to. When like Benji's creating on there, I go, gee, Benji, why don't you, instead of creating on there, go to Sal and Richard's room and create.
Right.
Those guys just made 27 phony phone calls you could be a part of.
Get a life, you fat bastard. Howard, tell me I don't have to do this crap, okay?
No, you have to do it.
What does he have to do?
So, to promote the Killers of Comedy on the Road, which is the new series that's coming up, we have all the Killers guys like putting out a joke of the day on various like blogs and things like that. I don't listen. It wasn't my idea. I'm the middleman in it, and I'm just getting them to do it because I have the relationship.
Yeah, Yucko, you have to do it.
That's going to generate some business, Yucko.
I'll go on Gary's horse face book.
Horse face. Yeah, they got a new thing, horse face.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. It's taking over my face. Facebook. Horse face.
Facebook.
Horse Facebook.
What happened to MySpace? That's completely obsolete now. Nobody does.
Yeah,
that anymore?
nobody goes to that anymore.
Wow.
Because you can reject. What's great is you can reject people from your page. It's
You can't do that on
feeling
MySpace?
No, this is a feeling of power.
I wish they knew you rejected them. That would be great because then it would be really power.
Yeah. Well,
they know they can't get back on.
No, they could do it 1,000. They'll friend request you 1,000 times.
Oh, if you never respond, though, they're going to get the hint.
I won't look at my friend requests now because there's too many of them. There's 10,000 in there. All right, Yucko, you got to go blog. I know you got things to do today.
Yeah, Howard TV, Killers of Comedy on the Road, February 5th, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, it's a whole series, Killers of Comedy on the Road. It was produced by an outside company, right?
Yeah, by these guys that follow the Killers around all the time.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where we have a different company sort of producing some, we have all kinds of new original programs.
They did a great job.
Yeah, and you get to see Yucko.
Beatles shit his pants in 15 different cities.
Yeah, most of it's just Beatles shitting.
Beetle and Gary the retard arguing. That's the best.
That's the highlight, if you will. That's the money shot. Yeah. All right, thank you.
All right, later.
You got a clip of that we can?
I don't know. I asked the guys to pull it.
Blogging.
I asked the guys
Why do you have to ask the guys to pull? Why didn't you pull it? So you instead of yanking everyone's chain on that Facebook.
You'll have it. Today.
This guy, you should see his whole Facebook page every minute. Mike Gange is, going to work. He updates you on where he is every minute.
Well, just in case you need to know.
Yeah. Mike Gange.
But that's what it's for. That's so your friends could stay up.
Mike thinks that the new redheaded chick on 24 is hot. Hot and want to get handcuffed by her kind of way. Yeah, she wants to handcuff you.
She is hot. I don't know. It's something about her.
Let me understand something. Once this redheaded chick, let's say she sees you and takes an interest in you, and she handcuffs you. Right. What do you imagine she's going to do with you?
I don't know. I mean, I just think she's hot. I think I was watching 24 at the time, and I thought she was hot.
She's going to handcuff him and stab him.
Has he ever been handcuffed by anybody?
No.
No.
Of course not. Because what would you, Robin, you're a woman, what would you do with Gange?
I'd leave him.
Yeah. Big, fat, naked body. Laying there handcuffed like, oh, now you can do whatever you want to Gange. He's totally helpless.
I've been handcuffed, but sex had nothing to do with it. It's cops.
Well, you were punching them at the time.
Yeah, trying to punch them.
Let's see. Mike wishes Al Michaels and John Madden would stop calling his name.
So there's a guy on the Arizona Cardinals called Mike Gandy.
Yeah, we know.
All right.
We know he's Mike Gandy.
That's his joke, Howard. Come on, all his friends
But every time
laughing.
he got a lot of penalties that night.
You want Yucko to blob like you? Is it a blob when you do it, or is it a blog?
It's a blob.
It's a blobbing.
Hey, Mike's blobbing. Look at this guy. This is why you'll never get ahead in life. Let's see. Mike is seeing the movie Taken tonight.
Who gives a shit?
Wow.
Look at this.
Hey, Kendra Jade gave a shit. She's the one who commented on it.
I couldn't have lived without knowing that.
So Kendra Jade writes him back. So am I. Let me know what you think. That's Kendra Jade who blew Gange in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Right.
now they're friends.
Oh, yeah, we're Facebook friends.
Now Gange responds to her. I thought it was really good. Liam Neeson kicked some good ass. You fucking douchebag.
See, now my friends get to know what I think about about movies.
Mike is Long Island bound.
Right.
Then some ass.
Stay there.
Look at all these assholes writing back to him.
Why would you write back about that?
Mike
What
is
could you
on
say?
Mike is on his way to Queens. Mike just finished his shoot and is totally exhausted. His shoot. What a fucking asshole you are. His shoot was Richard was interviewing 4 porno stars, all naked, rubbing their clits, and he's acting like he put in a day in the office.
He sat and
I did.
Douchebag.
It's a very
you're
hard
the guy
day.
who will not. You're the only shoots you show up for the naked chick shoots.
No, that's absolutely
That's
not
your
true.
specialty.
Well, it is my specialty, but it's not.
Why were you so exhausted from that for?
It was a long day. We got there at 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
and it was just a long day. It was a lot to do.
So what guy would be exhausted looking at naked chicks all day who's single?
It wasn't
or
just-
married for that matter.
It wasn't just sitting there looking at naked chicks all day. It really wasn't.
Okay, what did you do?
We produced that shoot. We
Yeah.
produced
What
4.
did you do?
What did I do?
I heard you did makeup.
We produced
Yeah,
the shoot.
you know what? Yeah, that's part of my job is I do Richard's makeup too.
No wonder you look so good.
Because we don't have a makeup
What do
person.
you know about makeup?
I don't know
looking red.
anything. I just take powder and smash it on his face.
Richard's looking red, man. He needs more of that shit.
Yeah.
I was talking to you. Want to hear a really embarrassing Facebook
And who
story?
would care if Richard was red? So what?
No, because he was sweaty. So,
So
we
that's
just put
funny.
powder on.
The fact that he's sweaty is disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
we're
funny.
making him look good.
Yeah, they want to clean him
That's
up for
actually
TV.
funnier. You're right. To keep him all pasty and red.
Tell Richard if he doesn't want to be red, maybe take a shower once a week.
You want to hear a really embarrassing Facebook story? I was talking to Vinny Favale yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you know you can buy tickets online from
Oh,
this-
and Vinny's another one. Vinny
He's
does.
Facebooking all the time.
You can
yeah.
tell Vinny has no life, and Vinny allows anyone in the world.
Oh,
on
he said he's going for quantity. He's got like close to 1,000
Yeah,
friends.
He friends anyone.
But he doesn't know any of those. They're not his
No one.
friends.
He doesn't know
Right.
anyone.
Right. So he told me, you know, there's a service you can buy movie tickets online, Fandango.
Yeah.
Vinny didn't realize that Fandango and Facebook have some sort of a deal. So Vinny buys tickets to a movie, and it says Vinny Favale is on his way to see Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. So he said people are calling like you're a fucking pussy, you're a woman.
But they can announce that without his knowledge?
Yeah, he didn't know. As soon as he bought him a Fandango, he put it on his Facebook page.
People on Facebook are calling him a pussy.
Yeah.
Mike is spending all day today interviewing porn stars.
That's the one cool thing he's done.
Mike.
And then Scott DePace put a bunch of gay-looking photos of me up there.
Yeah, and you hate that.
No, of course not. I don't give a shit.
You love it.
I don't care. I really don't care. That to
Scott-
me is like
Angie's a big star on Facebook.
you can put anything you want.
Scott found time to post those pictures in between inventing an application.
Let's see. Mike was so close to falling asleep early for once. Then Grillo called and ruined it. Now I can't sleep. Grillo! Exclamation point.
Well, I
3
was trying to do the
times.
Tracy Grillo.
Who would know that?
He would because he was on at the time I did that.
But why wouldn't you take your phone and put it on
I
off the
keep
hook?
my phone's always on.
Why? Who are you?
It doesn't.
What are you, Superman?
No, my phone's always on. It is.
Turn it off. So you
I don't
can
want
sleep.
it off. If something happens, if there's an emergency in the middle of the night,
Dr. Gange.
You're sleeping. Why are you mad at Grillo?
because it was like midnight, so of course he should assume I'm sleeping at midnight,
But
right?
even if it's just a random weird missed call.
I'd rather get that
Why?
than
What
miss
do
an
you-
emergency call.
From who's calling you
I-
for an what emergency are you gonna? Let's say the worst thing happened. The
Right.
emergency.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be.
Let's say
your parents died
right.
in a car crash.
I'd like to know that
You
immediately
need
when it
to know
happened.
that. You can't wait till you wake up to find out.
No,
You wanna be
absolutely not.
woken
That
up.
would be
Need to treat them?
You're
No,
not
I-
going to be able to save them.
I don't care.
dead.
That's something I'd want to know right away. I wouldn't want to wait.
Parents died in the LIE, going to see Taken.
No, that's something.
Will
I'd-
you Facebook that when you
Mike wishes he could do a massive frontside 1080. What is that, Mike?
I was watching the Winter X Games. It's a snowboarding move, and
Well,
I
of
was,
course you can't do it. You're fat as a cow.
that's true.
You don't do any exercise.
So I was watching. I was
You
watching the
can
Winter
touch
X
your
Games,
toes.
and
So
and I was-
instead of Facebook, we'll practice that.
Why don't you say I wish? Is that a
no,
Facebook
that's
thing?
an automatic. That part's
No, you
automatic.
can't change that.
Yeah.
Mike can't sleep as usual. I guess he's waiting for some hot chicks to like contact
Yeah, they're
him.
gonna come and put him to sleep.
Mike is finally home. Mike is getting ready for his drive back home. Mike is stuck in traffic.
Wow.
Now, when do you put that on?
Mike can't believe how much snow they got up here in New Hampshire today. Wow, Mike can't believe a lot.
But when
Mike's,
do you post Mike is stuck in traffic? You're stuck in traffic. How are you?
Because I was
posting?
dead stop in traffic, and I was.
How about
you're posting.
Howard can't believe he's reading about Mike.
Mike has no life. Well, this is what I realized. This is and Gange's page is rather extensive, and it's all horse shit.
I mean, there's nothing on there.
It's listen. It's just a new way to have a conversation with your friends. That's all it really is. Because
there's a lot more to it, Mike. There's a lot more to it.
Mike,
There's a lot
you're
more.
calling him.
There's a lot more to. Yeah, well, now it's beating into my head.
There is a lot. Like there's friends in there that I haven't seen in like 10, 15 years, and it's a way to catch up.
Who is that?
Who's this Brajol?
Who's the chick trying to look like Angelina Jolie?
Oh, that was one of the Miss Howard TVs.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, she is hot.
Someone else I can't fuck.
Is that the chick you didn't want me to bang?
Yeah.
Mike is currently not fucking this hot chick.
That's the chick. You remember months ago he didn't want me to talk to the girl.
Yeah, oh, right.
And
oh,
now
that's
he's
the
still
one?
talking to her.
Yeah. Look, Artie, I talked to her first. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not finished talking to her.
Yeah.
I'm still not finished talking.
I'm working her.
Are you Facebooking her? I am.
So what happened? You ever go out with her?
I've hung out with her a couple times. Nothing really has happened.
You're such a fucking girl.
Nothing's really happened.
You just hang in there and hang in there. Nothing ever happens.
I'm going to hang in there until something happens.
I failed after a 2-minute conversation with her. I could tell she wants no piece of us, me or you. I even told Gange that. I said,
know.
don't
Already
waste your
has.
time.
You mean she doesn't want a guy who's on Facebook all day?
No.
Mike
is going to move to India if all the girls there look like the chick from Slumdog Millionaire. Well, let me ask you, do you think all the girls in India look like that?
No.
No. They look like Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
Speaking from the bed. Or
That
Julie
chick is
Slater's busy.
Oh, yeah. Julie is on there way more than I am.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. But, Julie lives in L.A., so now I get to talk to her every once in a while.
You didn't talk to her when she was in New York.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's the crazy thing about the internet. You'll start talking to people you never talked to.
Well, that's right. Some of them are
dinner.
dangerous.
Mike just cooked dinner for himself. Unbelievable, right?
What?
See, Mike just wants to seem like he's got a lot of things going on. So chicks, when they see it,
Well,
it's like look at the fun you're missing out on. Mike's cooking. Mike's
That is true.
interviewing porn stars. Mike's, traveling to Long Island.
That's part of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes you look cool.
I can't tell you how cool you look.
No, but because even if you do
you're on it now.
But even if you
you're
do
gonna
have
be the
cool
same
shit.
way.
I'm out now.
Listen, no. You posted a thing last night?
Yeah,
Mr. Homo.
I've been
What was
watching
you?
The Bachelor.
Yeah, I'm watching The
To goof- 'cause-
Bachelor.
Well, you're right to be.
Because
You're
I'm
right to
goofing
be
on it.
Yeah.
on Facebook. I'm watching
Mr. Homo.
And everyone writes me back and goes, it's one thing to say you watch it, but to post it is ridiculous. Watch something manly like 24.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on a night that 24 was on, you were watching The Bachelor. I was going to write back to you, but then I was like, he's
Meanwhile,
going to
I
be...
put up a funny picture in an attempt to start my Facebook page.
Right.
It's I have a picture of me and Pam Anderson, and I wrote Beth and I on our honeymoon or something, and nobody even responded to it. Nobody cared. Did you
Well, you
realize
only
that?
have 3 friends, I heard.
But now I have like 10.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I didn't want to annoy you, because I would just have posted something, but I didn't want to annoy you, so I was like, and plus I spent all last night trying to figure out how to
annoy me. Don't worry about
try
it.
to set my privacy settings so no one else could annoy you.
What's up? Wait, this is Doug Goodstein, executive producer of Howard TV.
We have a Miss Howard TV of the Year going on, and it's on howardtv.com, the website. And all the girls made videos. So one of the girls, Tracy Pendergast, who he's in love with, Tracy, she made her video. And she just goofs on him, so it's even so bad that the Miss Howard TVs are goofing on him.
That cool thing isn't working out.
A lot has changed since I was on the show. I learned how to properly pronounce all the Jewish ceremonies. I moved out of my boyfriend's apartment. Oh, and I got Gange's autograph made into this really cool tattoo. Yeah, I love it. So anyway, you guys should definitely vote for me for Miss Howard TV 2008. Thanks. Bye.
And if you actually had something cool going
said-
on, you would just seem like a bragging asshole. You know what I mean? It's like there's no way.
I just finished my shoot.
I said this on the wrap-up show.
My shoot.
You know a weird thing that he does that I got sort of pissed off and I told him about it? He posts tons of pictures, which is fine if you're in the picture. But he posts pictures that he's not in. So, he took pictures of at an event of me and Marlo, and he put it up. But isn't that for me to put up, not for him?
Absolutely.
No,
Yes,
because it was from a group outing that we were all at. I mean, it wasn't like I just took a random picture of them.
But he
it
doesn't,
was
maybe,
from
what if he doesn't think he looks good in the picture?
Well, that was it.
Come
And
on, I would put I wouldn't put up pictures where they look horrible.
He doesn't want
but
to be
that's
on
super narcissistic. I mean, who the hell cares?
What? Super narcissistic.
Yeah.
You're talking about super narcissistic?
Hello.
I mean, if you look,
Makes me alidocious.
You don't put
you
pictures
look
of-
how you look. Tough crap.
Oh, okay. So you decided that.
Yeah.
This is the editor-in-chief.
Well, he's on Facebook.
Yeah. And I'm gonna if
so
if it's a group event and we had fun, I'm gonna put pictures up.
I have such disdain for my Facebook. I'm not going on it anymore.
Oh, you're
No,
right.
you should.
He was so excited. He called me last night. I said, "Oh my God, did Howard Facebook you? He just Facebooked me."
No, but what did I say? I said I was.
He was bummed out though. He was
so
really
excited.
bummed out. He's
I
like,
said
"This
because he's
going
gonna
to
be critiquing me every little thing.
Well, yeah.
I know.
Mike thinks Brad Pitt should really figure out how to make people younger because he owes me 3 hours of my life back. What, you didn't like
Oh,
Benjamin
that
Button?
movie was horrible.
Oh, that was a good
It was
movie.
Forrest Gump light. It
Okay,
really
but
was. It was horrible.
It
Why
reminds me
write
of
about
Forrest
that?
Gump. Yeah, I don't know. Like who cares what Mike wants
Well,
back?
because I didn't want people to go see it. I wanted to
Brad
say it.
Pitt didn't make it mandatory that you go to see the movie.
I wanted to save people 3 hours of their lives.
See the cover of Variety. Brad Pitt's still reeling from Gange criticism.
Gange's Facebook.
The problem going on now is the ripple effect. Everyone's totally into Facebook. Like the Pace is obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I'm like totally into it more than ever now.
Really?
Why? Well, I can
because
see why
it's
you're
just
into
been-
it. You love to take fucking pictures of yourself and your kid.
Oh, I don't
This
have
fucking
any-
Guy, he takes pictures upon pictures. But this is perfect for him.
I don't put pictures of my kid
will.
anywhere.
Oh,
Never.
good.
No, I don't. That's one thing I don't do. Because that's my kid. It's not for the public.
I told you, he ran down to the World Trade Center, goes up. He's busy stealing cameras. He gets down to a camera shop. I got to steal a camera so I can take pictures of them.
He brought his kid down to the Trade Center.
He still hasn't released those pictures because one day they're going to mean something.
They're top secret.
Top secret.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
I will
All right.
enjoy my Facebook page. Post anytime you
You're
want.
lucky. I'm never going on it.
Oh, really?
I'm not going
You're
back.
done?
Feel free to post, and I'll have a conversation with you on there.
You'll be on there.
Quivers will be on pretty soon.
Well, he's telling me I should be on there.
There's my page.
Oh, look at Bianca.
That's great.
Man, there's my page. And there I am. Well, where's my picture of Pam Anderson?
It's not your profile anymore. That was your profile picture. You changed it, I think.
No.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, Beth and Howard. No one thought that was funny.
It ain't funnier than Stern is watching The Bachelor. That's for God.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was funny. Fuckers. Now, I said I'm not going to devote time to being funny on Facebook.
Why not?
Because I got to put it into my work. I'm funny here.
That's right. You're devoting time to being.
I mean, go ahead. What am I? No one's paying me on Facebook.
I know. I hate it when every time you want to, texting or any of this other stuff, I've got to say something witty.
I know, it's pressure.
Yeah, like
It's so
I said to
pressure.
Beth, I go, Beth, what should I put on my Facebook? She goes, what do you mean? I go, they're waiting for me to say something. But what do you think I should put on there? Then we're trying to compose something, and I go, wait a second, this feels like work.
Yeah.
I hate that in voicemail now. You can do a second, third, fourth take.
Right.
You listen to your message back. Wait, I don't like that.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, come in here and take a super horrible picture of Gange close up and then post it on my MySpace.
I'll put it on my page.
Go to,
Let me take it. I'll take a shittiest picture. I'll put it up.
You got it.
Go to Jason Kaplan's Facebook. That's got to be entertaining. That's got to be gay.
He has one for his cat, by the way. You can make a Facebook page for your animal.
But why would he do that?
And he has one for his cat.
Well, then he has too
Like
much
that
to
is gay.
All right, boys, take it outside.
See, I don't mind. You can take any picture of me.
Gange. You getting laid at all?
I'm hoping.
You getting laid at all?
It's been very dry lately.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, can't believe it, right?
Didn't you break up with that girlfriend of yours?
It was a mutual breakup.
Oh, so she got rid of you.
She was cute.
Yeah. Way to go, Gange.
Yeah, it was. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, it was part of life. It was time to
move on.
Mary Ann, hi.
Howard, I'm like so disgusted. I learned how to use Facebook about a year ago. And
Oh, by the way, Mary Ann from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I've never seen her page, but I know people who know her page.
Yeah.
She's on there 24 hours a day.
No, I'm
She's
not.
on the phone here.
She has no fucking life whatsoever.
I post mostly my Howard stuff, all good things Howard. And who the fuck is Scott DePace to defriend me? I don't abuse my privilege on Facebook. I'm friendly with Jim McClure, Jim Florentine, many, many stars, Howard, that I don't abuse
He
my
took you
privilege.
off his page?
No, so what happened was that Scott friended her. She friended Scott right away, and Scott didn't know what to do, so he friended her. But then he thought twice.
Look, Marianne, I am really not that close of friends with you.
You
I
don't
want
wanna
to keep
share
it
your
to
life with her?
friends.
You don't want to share your
No.
life with her?
I'm not going to share my life with you, Scott, and I wouldn't abuse it if you just posted as
I'll make a new list just for you.
Howard, there's only one person I will not, take as a friend, and you want to know who that is?
Who?
Crazy Cabby keeps requesting me as a friend, and I keep ignoring it. That's the only person, Scott. I don't abuse my privilege. Howard, you could see my Jeff the Drunk pictures from the Algonquin on there.
You know who else denied Mary Ann from Brooklyn?
Yeah,
JD.
right.
I did too.
You did?
I did. I'm sorry, Marianne. I love you. I do love you.
Can
I just.
I ask you why? Do you think I'm going to abuse my
No, because I want to keep it as my friends only. Like people I have relationships with.
Gange doesn't want you to see all that cool stuff like
Yeah, exactly.
going to the movies. It's too revealing.
I deny Mary Ann too. You know why?
Why?
I don't want to be friends with High Pitch Eric and all those other guys.
High Pitch requests. You know, High Pitch doesn't have the name High Pitch Eric. He has an alias.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that yesterday, and I refused to accept that one too.
How do you figure it out it's him?
Yes, I'm a loser. I'm a housewife. I stay home. I'm alone.
No, I just heard. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but they told me that you are on there every single minute.
I'm not. You could go read my page right now.
Yeah.
I go on late at night when my husband's working late, and I usually post when Pharrell's on, Lisa Lampanelli.
I hear you're way out of control.
I'm out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of naked pictures of me on there. I'm way out of control.
Marianne, don't beg Scott to pace. The hell with him.
No, maybe.
Hey, Marianne,
listen,
I'm on Scott DePace's page. I would never go back. It's
Get out of here.
It's so
I got
boring. It's pictures of his dog.
I've only been on 2 days. Give me a moment.
More mundane.
Once he took down the KKK pictures, it would
What would Marianne be
See?
willing to do to get on Scott's page?
Yeah.
Scott pays absolutely nothing.
Good
Well,
for
then
you.
good. You're not getting on.
Right answer.
Can you look at my pictures though and just look at? I don't.
But then I'd have to friend you.
No,
Well,
but
Jason's
just
probably
go
friends with her.
quickly and look at through somebody else's. Look at my pictures.
No, we're not
No,
interested.
No, it's
You're
all right. No.
You don't want to see my pictures?
No.
No.
I have Sirius XM promotion at the
All right, it's Marianne. I got to go.
Marianne, you're a lovely woman, but why would you think anyone would want to see your pictures? Why would anybody think?
I don't know.
nuts.
Maybe I'm high on heroin today. I don't know.
You should try it.
Hey, Gary.
You know, Artie doesn't have time to waste with Facebook. He's on heroin.
Facebook my ass.
We got our priorities straight.
Artie's living
I want
life.
to take a ride to Delaware this morning. There's a lot of rejection going on.
You know what? Go ahead, Marianne. Pick me up something in Delaware. I'll pay you.
All right, there it is.
Gary should come clean. I was in his office the other day. He was turning down a lot of people from here because he says, I see him all the time. Why should I?
He's right.
Like Sal. I see Sal. That's not what this is for.
Yeah, I almost, you can put your pictures up there. So Beth goes, put a picture up. So I'm looking through all my pictures. Every picture she didn't want up there. So then I had some really racy pictures of her. I said, yeah, I'm going to put this up there. She goes, don't put that up there. And then I clicked out, but I think I almost put it up there, but I didn't, thank God. I mean, that shit's dangerous.
What was the note you were telling her you were hungry? Does she cook dinner for you every night?
She signed me up to Facebook. And, yeah, it was Super Bowl. And she says, I signed you up. She said, send me a message.
Oh, okay.
So I said, where's my fucking dinner? I go, here's your message. He's cooking his fucking spaghetti and meatballs all day. Let me eat it. The smell was so good. That woman can cook. She makes the sauce. My piss smells like the sauce.
Oh, my God.
When I pee. It's wild.
Oh, maybe it's asparagus. In there or something.
I don't know what it is. Some spices.
Some spices or herbs or something.
It's like, hey, my pee smells like Italian food.
I want to eat my pee.
Yeah.
Can I friend Beth?
Yeah, sure. Well, everyone seems to be friends with Beth.
I did.
Yeah, I know everybody. I saw that everybody else was, but I always feel a little
And
weird.
Beth appears to be one of those people who hates Facebook but's on it every minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, oh, this is horrible. I mean, this is on.
Let me check it
Listen,
again.
just like everybody else, you'll love it, and you'll love it too.
Horrible.
Friend is another new verb now in this language, huh?
I'm going to friend you.
And then Booker's girlfriend Alicia, she wanted to be friends with me, but she is mad because Booker's on Facebook and I'm on Facebook. She goes, "This is a girl thing. What are these guys up to?"
Right.
Wow.
So she didn't like it. Everyone's got a problem.
It would seem it's for broads.
It's definitely a girl thing.
Like gossiping.
It is. It's like girl stuff. I could see like Robin going on there to find a man, or you going on there to try and get laid, but you could definitely
What
get
are
laid
the
on
rest
it.
of you people doing?
My mind was racing because I said, "Boy, I could get laid on this fucker."
Yeah, but what are you doing? You're a married man
Yeah,
now.
this is dangerous for married men. Even Beth said to me, "I know you're going to have a whole friends of hot chicks," and she's checking my friends because she set up my account.
It's awesome. You know, a lot of people sent me invites and stuff, and the first thing I do on the chicks, you go look through their pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the greatest. All the hot chicks I know, like all have bikini shots.
I was
like
on Sandy. Sandy Taylor's got every fucking picture she ever took of herself.
Oh, I'm gonna have to send her an invite.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, get on her page, and then all her friends are hot.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna friend Sandy right now.
That's who you want to be friends with. Trust me.
And I have like regular hot chick friends, and they all have bikini pictures.
How did I end up being her friend?
Yeah.
I guess when I mentioned it on the air, I was on Facebook. She sent me, and I went, okay, and it's her.
Hey, you know who's got great pictures on her site? I got to say, who's held up really well? Sean Bagwell.
Oh, I want to friend her.
Howard, all it is it's like she's got like 25 different albums. It's this pageant, that pageant. You know, it's like nothing but
Are
her.
any girls ever naked on their Facebook?
No, I haven't found that yet at all.
Heidi Cortez
I
had
that's not
some.
allowed.
Heidi Cortez is
She
naked?
had some stuff
You're
I
a
think
friend
was.
with Heidi Cortez?
You know, I did.
I'm
I
interested in that.
I deleted her yesterday.
Why?
You know, it just got to be weird. I don't know her.
Yeah, but you can look at her pictures.
I know. I looked at them already.
Did you want to look at them again?
No.
There might be some new ones.
I just became friends with the guy who wrote Blazing Saddles. Vinny introduced me to him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just networking.
Who, Andrew Bergman?
Vinny's
No,
so
Neil-
desperate for
Neil
friends,
Steinberg.
he accepts everyone.
Everyone, Howard. He's trying to, like, I think it's like if you go around and say you have 4,000 friends, it's some sort of badge of honor.
Right.
But it's not, because, like, if I wanted to, you could open up your page today and you could have 50,000 friends tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. The real sign is all these guys. You're getting all these anonymous, invites, and when you see what friends you have in common, it's always Sal, Vinny.
Right.
Right.
Sal takes everything to plug his like comedy gigs.
Right.
Like that's the other
As
thing.
far as I know, Blazing Saddles was written by
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks
And Neil Steinberg. Look it up.
Richard Pryor and Andrew Bergman.
Look it up.
written by a
There's
bunch
like
of guys.
4 of them.
But Howard, did you hook up with Chris Rock?
No,
I told you, go to my page.
but that's really him.
It is.
I can chat with him.
Absolutely.
I don't want to chat though. I really don't.
Well, he's gonna,
See, he's
I like
really
Chris.
he's gonna
he's
say,
really
how's it going in
selective.
Shawshank?
He's only got 100 friends. That's it. And
Does he have cool friends?
he's got a lot of cool
Like
friends.
Sandy's friends with Ben Stiller. I saw.
He's got a lot of like he's Chris Rock is friends with the director Singleton.
John Singleton.
And like a lot of people like that.
Mostly black people or other
Mostly
white
black people.
Yeah.
I actually found a friend
So
that I
you
went to
have some
college
black
with on his
friends.
page.
Hey, good. I'll have black friends. I don't have many black friends.
It's better to have them on the computer.
Right. That's the easy way to have it.
All right, maybe I'll friend him. I don't even care.
I'll
You know,
see-
I want me to be honest. I so don't fucking care. I'm
Yeah,
not-
talk about pressure to be witty. You're gonna friend Chris Rock.
Yeah.
That's
Do you have
really
any sports guys, Garrett? Do you have any athletes or anything?
No.
See, that's who I would like to get.
No, but I do. You know who friended me, or who I friended, who
homo.
answered me? What's that guy's name? Christy Brinkley's ex-husband.
Peter Cook.
Yeah, I'm friends with Peter Cook.
What's he doing?
Dude, you want to talk about hot chicks? You should see his friends.
He's got hot friends.
Yeah.
Even after all that scam.
Yeah, we were laughing. What John Hine and I were looking at it. One of his friends, it just says, I think sometimes it'll say the name, but when they're really hot and young, it tells you their college and what year they're graduating.
God.
I saw one of these girls smoking hot. It said Princeton 09.
Ah, she didn't even graduate.
You know that guy's just like some sort of gigolo floating around.
He's got good friends, huh?
Really cute. They're all young.
That's the kind of page
That's
Gange
what he
inspires.
likes.
I would like, yeah.
Why do you think he's divorced?
He's a fan of the show, Howard. He wrote me. He's a big
By the
fan
way,
of
I've
the
been
show.
handed a note. All the interns think that it's really lame that all you old people are on Facebook.
Well,
Kid.
they're gonna move on to another site soon, so don't
That's
worry.
right.
Right.
You
Hey,
took
the
their
two-
site.
The two
Once
best.
we discover it, that means it sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awful.
The two best like fan sites that are on Facebook is
Yeah.
Scott DePace is a douchebag.
Right, I heard about that.
And
I joined it.
the Ronnie Mund fan page,
Oh, yeah?
which is like
That's funny.
I joined a Baba Booey
Oh,
site.
there it is. Ronnie Munn fan page. I might join that.
I love the Scott DePace is a douchebag one. I post on it all the time. I just go on and say, yeah, he is. He's a douchebag.
Absolutely right.
Yep, you're right.
There's like 40 members.
Wow, that's a
What
big
a-
club.
They all just write shit that's
About
a
me.
That's a reason you're a douchebag?
Yeah.
How do they know about you?
And I had some crap too.
Oh.
I'd go back and yell at them.
All right. Thanks, boys. Back to Facebook. Gange, good luck posting. You're really creating a great page.
Thank
Good-
you.
Good job.
Tune in anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck with that application, Scott.
Oh, man. It's all about meeting hot chicks. That's what it's all about.
Scott,
Yes.
what's wrong with Marianne?
You know, I don't even know her. She's annoying on the radio. I don't want to be annoyed like in my emails, so.
So no fans?
No,
Or,
no, not really. I'm thinking of start. I hear you can create another group, so I'm thinking of starting another group for just the Stern people.
Jeez. And what do you think about Gange and all his status updates?
He's pathetic. Those status updates.
He's
If
such a
you don't have a
douche.
witty little joke, then just don't do anything. It's stupid.
Scott is actually a douchebag, see? That's why a whole group was formed.
The other day I put on there that I was going to sleep. I mean, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
That part's dumb.
I happen to like it. Doug's taking pictures here for his Facebook page right now. But that's cool. I'm
going to take crappy pictures and put them
And you're going to put him
I
on your
never put
page?
any crappy pictures. I'm going
Look
to sit here
up.
pose.
Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, come on. That's ridiculous.
This is going to be my front page. That's right, front page. That's good.
Why all these status updates?
I don't post status updates that often. I mean, those, it took them like through 3 months to go through all those updates. So I do it like maybe once a week, maybe twice a week at most. And I do it like mostly on the weekends to let my friends know what I'm up to.
Why would
It's pretty simple. I don't know. Why? Because my friends are posting their statuses and I'm posting mine, and we all get to see what we're up to. It's fun.
And now Howard's catching this too.
Believe me,
he did it last night, right?
He's such a hypocrite because he's going to sit there and he's going to obsess on it. You know, granted, it might only last a week or two for him because he doesn't have any patience for anything, and he's not going to get like instant gratification from it. But he'll do it for a little while, and secretly you could tell he's having a good time. He's gayer than all the rest of us, so believe me, he's having a good time.
What?
You on Facebook?
No.
Why not?
I don't have some kind of thing going on there. I don't know.
Oh, you're on something?
I'm on Facebook, but I have a whatchamacallit page. Some
fan
I don't
page?
Know. Yeah, some shit.
So you're not really on it.
You fucking guys.
You're not on it looking for chicks?
No, I don't want no part of it. I don't
Dude,
want
you can get so many chicks on
I don't want any
Facebook.
part of you. I don't want any part of them. I don't want any part of anybody that has anything to do with this shit, okay? I don't want no part of him.
Oh, you're the man, Ronnie. Ronnie Mon Fan Club.
Yeah, get on the fan club.
You're like the only one not on Facebook.
Well, whoopee-doo.
Into other shows that not all of us necessarily have access to, will there be a way that your fans can still hear your brilliance at work?
No, I won't call in anymore. That'll be the last time.
That's the end for you?
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about this show. The voicemail, I can leave about
109 messages
every weekend. But once the show finishes, that's all. It's until the contract gets renewed again, which it probably will.
So would you have any plans for what you want your life to look like after?
No, I wouldn't know what to do.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't want it to end.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Bill C. asks, despite your unorthodox life and lack of commercial success, you seem genuinely fulfilled creatively. Is there a place that you wish your career would have gone, and if so, where is it?
Oh, I want to be a lefty because he said unorthodox. Because I can throw lefty and righty now.
Oh.
Because I've been practicing like 9 feet from the wall, so I can throw lefty as good as I can throw righty. So I'd like to be a spot reliever, just like with calling in. Sometimes I come in off the bench and I'm used every couple of months for a phone call. That's what I would have liked to have been, pitching from the left-hand side out of the bullpen.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's baseball. If you got a pulse and you're left-handed, well, hey, listen, you can pitch to your 105 or about 109.
Were there any real career aspirations for you?
Well, probably what I'm doing now seems to be what I always wanted to do. I'm doing direct care for Autism Speaks.
Cool.
So I kind of like it because it incorporates a lot of different activities that I run with the little ones, like taking them out to the park, doing subjects with them, playing some music on the guitar, bass, and piano for them, and seeing. I really want to try and find a way to use what I'm doing here on a broader scale to maybe help a larger majority of people that have autism. If I can find something that's working with them, then I could incorporate it on a broader scale.
Very cool.
So that's really where I'm at right now. And I'm doing some part-time stuff that I've been doing since junior high school, which is Roy Rogers Fast Food, which is great because the manager, he's promoting me every other month, to do different things. But the problem I did the other day was I scheduled 14 different people on an unbusy Saturday night. Said, no, you just can't do it. Mickey, you just can't schedule 9 to 14 different people, and it's so dead in here. And then this kid made 9 trays of chicken, which I told everybody back in November, and he did the same thing again, so he can go out with, hi Sam, and I got in trouble for that too because he thought the chicken wouldn't have been used, and then all of a sudden, this big bus came from a school, and they took all the chicken. They were going to a sporting event, and it turned out that we used it all. Mickey, that's not the point. And you just don't do it. You just don't cook a bunch of food, so you can bring them leftovers. So that's going well. Yeah.
Joseph M. asks, do your parents ever get annoyed with all the phone calls and organ playing in the house?
There was time before I moved back upstairs where my room was when I was probably around, when I was about 19 months old. I went upstairs and stayed there I came out of the crib and went upstairs and was there till about 19 years old. And then, but for about 4 or 5 years, I was downstairs closer to them. And that's when the calls started picking up. So they would never say it, but I bet it was a little bit too loud. So now back upstairs, the last 9 years, you really can't hear. There's like a buffer because it's older side of the house. It's next to the attic.
Do you want to get your own place, or are you happy staying there?
No, I love it at home. Yeah, that's my favorite times are from when I was a baby till now. I'd be all bored and by myself if I was on my own. And I have the best family and best mom and daddy in the world.
Good.
Yeah.
Andrew CH asks, I hear you call Shuli and other staffers randomly with different voices and songs. How does someone get on that special list?
Basically, the first, I guess you just have to be persistent. I think that's in Luke's gospel, persistency. Let us proclaim the mystery of faith. And I just kept, so eventually they have to pick up whoever it is that I'm calling. After the 99th phone call, eventually they're going to answer. And then it becomes a rotation for me because I always make calls in numbers. So if I do one, I have to hit the rest of the list in my head until I can walk away from the phone.
It's kind of an OCD thing, it sounds like.
Yeah, and well, sometimes I get grounded and I'm away from the phone for 6 months, and then it builds up even more.
Really?
Yeah, for the astronomical phone bills. And I won't be able to use the phone for a few months. So.
Do you not have unlimited minutes?
Well, no, not really. It's like I said, it's a landline, and there's a quadrant of the phone bill that it says New York City calls. So, and then there was before we got the long distance plan, which has sort of quelled it a little. There was calls all over the country to different, to Rick D's and different, but not their on-air shows, their back offices. I had giveaways and stuff that I would do. Hey, good morning. How you doing? It's 76 degrees outside right now. You know, in Oslo, Scotland, in Oslo, Norway, it's about 29 degrees, and the sun is out all day long. It's perfect for doing poopies in the pool. And then I would just call all different back offices, and then they would hang up and stuff. But it was good practice.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. I mean, you gotta use, you've gotta be resourceful, You have a rotary phone, you have a phone upstairs, so you just start, that's how you start, But it's always more fun on the phone because you can, talk deeper and stuff, whereas in person you really can't. Because, I don't know, my voice goes up higher.
Right.
I get nervous.
Question from Michael W. Michael asks, do you still fantasize, think about the time that Lisa G rubbed you and you jizzed in your britches? And part 2, have you even lost your virginity? So let's start with part 1. Do you still think back fondly on Lisa?
Yeah, actually, she was in my dream a little bit last night because I knew I was coming here.
What's happening? Did you?
You
did?
Oh, no. Are you serious?
He's touching it. Look, he's touching himself.
Stop it.
And I just saw her this morning and I gave her a hug. So, yeah, I always ask her, I always want her to visit me in my dreams. What was the second part again?
Have you lost your virginity?
No, I'm saving myself. I'm gonna be a good girl. Yeah, good boy, actually.
Said too much.
Question from Steve H. Steve asks, how much planning goes into a call and how crushing is it when you get cut off early?
Like we said before, it's a few minutes planning, and I never really know if I've gotten picked up on or hung up on. I can't tell because, like I said, it's a rotary phone, and I'm just doing whatever, and I can't tell if I've gotten hung up on or even if I've gotten picked up on. So there's not really anything crushing about it.
All right. Thank you, Mad Dog.
That's about 9 hours from now.
Oh, thank you, Gary. All right, Gary.
Okay, I got to run.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So when you're not responding to people talking, it's because the phone's just down and you're just playing.
Yeah,
You're not.
or it's here.
You don't
and
even
it's
hear
too
them
loud
answer.
into my other ear, and I can't hear. Either way, I don't get crushed by it, but I can understand the question. I understand what you mean. Thanks, Sean. Steve.
Either one.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Sean.
Andy H. asks, how many voices do you do? So let's go through some of the...
You don't even seem to understand the show. You
just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here.
I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, whack packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today is a musical genius and a master of impressions. He's constantly calling the back office and entertaining our interns with his many voices and singing and piano playing. And if he does make it through on air, good luck getting a straight answer out of him. He's a middle-aged man who lives at home with his parents and who's best known for some infamous prank phone calls to Steve Langford. Please help me welcome this unique, one-of-a-kind talent, Sour Shoes.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this? Who am I talking to now?
Artie, good. Miley Sour.
This is off to an amazing start.
Yeah,
we got
I'm jealous of your hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. Question from Sean L. I'm going to jump in. Have you ever thought of going to karaoke night? I bet your social life would jump to a 10 if you did that.
Oh, hi, Sean.
I would be happy if it jumped to a 9, professionally and personally. Yeah, I've been taken to a couple of karaoke's from my brothers and sisters, and it's been great. In fact, I'm gonna load some up on my. I have some vinyl of the songs that I sang, and I'll try to load that up. Maybe GP page 909 in blue.
Question from Michael W. Michael asks, how much preparation goes into your calls, and will you ever buy a new keyboard, or are you too attached to that giant old one that you carry around with you?
Yeah, I'm too attached to the giant one that I carry around. Probably about
9
minutes goes into preparing for a phone call. Yeah, I'd say about
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it seriously kind of off the cuff, or are you just ready to go with it?
But sometimes in the morning I wake up with an idea. Yeah, and then it does take a while to get through on the phone. Sometimes I don't, so it actually turns into...
From 9 minutes to maybe 3 hours and 9 minutes.
Where are you calling from? Oh, Sheboygan. We've got a prize package to the Sheboygan Sausage Festival, Alan Kirschfeld. It's an all-expenses yours trip. How does that sound, caller?
Excellent. Question from Ann H. Ann asks, have you ever tried an impression of Howard, and could you?
I run compression through my balls up through here, and that's why my voice is lower. Because when I started back in 1983, I talked like this. I sounded like this. Hey, Amish, you're my dog. Huh? I'll put Mommy on the phone, huh? Shut up, Howard. I just want to know if you wanted to play doubles tennis. Yeah. Huh? Hey, Robin, he's calling into my show. He hangs outside my meetings and takes my ideas. WNBC Toto kicks off alongside of music.
Yeah, I can't really do them that well, but that's what I usually try to do.
Been working on that.
Sometimes, I like to, when it's over the phone, though, it's a little bit more nasally. So it sounds a bit like it, a little more like it. Go find some perfume, you homo.
Yeah.
Awesome. Question from Clayton B. Clayton asks, when the Stern Show ends, presumably at the end of Howard's contract in 2015, what are you going to do with all of your free time? And assuming you continue to call into other shows that not all of us necessarily have access to, will there be a way that your fans can still hear your brilliance at work?
No, I won't call in anymore. That'll be the last time.
That's the end for you?
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about this show. The voicemail, I can leave about
109 messages
every weekend, but once the show finishes, that's all. It's until the contract gets renewed again, which it probably will.
So would you have any plans for what you want your life to look like after?
No, I wouldn't know what to do.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have to say I don't want it to end.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Bill C. asks, despite your unorthodox life and lack of commercial success, you seem genuinely fulfilled creatively. Is there a place that you wish your career would have gone, and if so, where is it?
Oh, I want to be a lefty because he said unorthodox, though. Because I can throw lefty and righty now.
Oh.
Because I've been practicing like 9 feet from the wall, so I can throw lefty as good as I can throw righty. So I'd like to be a spot reliever, just like with calling in. Sometimes I come in off the bench and I'm used every couple of months for a phone call. That's what I would have liked to have been, pitching from the left-hand side out of the bullpen.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's baseball. If you got a pulse and you're left-handed, well, hey, listen, you can pitch to your 105 or about 109.
Were there any real career aspirations for you?
Well, probably what I'm doing now seems to be what I always wanted to do. I'm doing direct care for Autism Speaks.
Cool.
So I kind of like it because it incorporates a lot of different activities that I run with the little ones, like taking them out to the park, doing subjects with them, playing some music on the guitar, bass, and piano for them, and seeing. I really want to try and find a way to use what I'm doing here on a broader scale to maybe help a larger majority of people that have autism. If I can find something that's working with them, then I could incorporate it on a broader scale.
Very cool.
So that's really where I'm at right now. And I'm doing some part-time stuff that I've been doing since junior high school, which is Roy Rogers fast food, which is great because the manager, he's promoting me every other month, to do different things. But the problem I did the other day was I scheduled 14 different people on an unbusy Saturday night. So, no, you just can't do it. Mickey, you just can't schedule 9 to 14 different people, and it's so dead in here. And then this kid made 9 trays of chicken, which I told everybody back in November, and he did the same thing again, so he can go out with, "Hi, Sam," and I got in trouble for that too because he thought the chicken wouldn't have been used, and then all of a sudden, this big bus came from a school, and they took all the chicken. They were going to a sporting event, and it turned out that we used it all. Mickey, that's not the point. And you just don't do it. Just don't cook a bunch of food so you can bring them leftovers. So that's going well. Yeah.
Joseph M. asks, do your parents ever get annoyed with all the phone calls and organ playing in the house?
There was time before I moved back upstairs where my room was when I was probably around, when I was about 19 months old. I went upstairs and stayed there I came out of the crib and went upstairs and was there till about 19 years old. And then, but for about 4 or 5 years, I was downstairs closer to them. And that's when the calls started picking up. So they would never say it, but I bet it was a little bit too loud. So now back upstairs the last 9 years, you really can't hear. There's like a buffer because it's older side of the house. It's next to the attic.
Do you want to get your own place, or are you happy staying there?
No, I love it at home. Yeah, that's my favorite times are from when I was a baby till now. I'd be all bored and by myself if I was on my own. And I have the best family and best mom and daddy in the world.
Good.
Yeah.
Andrew C.H. asks, I hear you call Shuli and other staffers randomly with different voices and songs. How does someone get on that special list?
Basically, the first, I guess you just have to be persistent. I think that's in Luke's gospel, persistency. Let us proclaim the mystery of faith. And I just kept, so eventually they have to pick up whoever it is that I'm calling. After the 99th phone call, eventually they're going to answer. And then it becomes a rotation for me because I always make calls in numbers. So if I do one, I have to hit the rest of the list in my head until I can walk away from the phone.
It's kind of an OCD thing, it sounds like.
Yeah, and sometimes I get grounded and I'm away from the phone for 6 months, and then it builds up even more.
Really?
Yeah, for the astronomical phone bills. And I won't be able to use the phone for a few months. So.
Do you not have unlimited minutes?
Well, no, not really. It's like I said, it's a landline, and there's a quadrant of the phone bill that it says New York City calls. So, and then there was before we got the long distance plan, which has sort of quelled it a little. There was calls all over the country to different, to Rick D's and different, but not their on-air shows, their back offices. I had giveaways and stuff that I would do. Hey, good morning. It's only 76 degrees outside right now. In Oslo, Scotland, in Oslo, Norway, it's about 29 degrees, and the sun is out all day long. It's perfect for doing poopies in the pool. And then I would just call all different back offices, and then they would hang up and stuff. But it was good practice.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. I mean, you gotta use, you gotta be resourceful. You have a rotary phone, a phone upstairs. So you just start, that's how you start. But it's always more fun on the phone because you can, talk deeper and stuff. Whereas in person, you really can't. Because, I don't know, my voice goes up higher.
Right.
I get nervous.
Question from Michael W. Michael asks, do you still fantasize, think about the time that Lisa G rubbed you and you jizzed in your britches? And part 2, have you even lost your virginity? So let's start with part 1. Do you still think back fondly on Lisa?
Yeah, actually, she was in my dream a little bit last night because I knew I was coming here.
What's happening? Did you come? You did?
Oh, no. Are you serious?
He's touching it. Look, he's touching himself.
Stop it. And I just saw her this morning and I gave her a hug. So, yeah, I always ask her, I always want her to visit me in my dreams. What was the second part again?
Have you lost your virginity?
No, I'm saving myself. I'm gonna be a good girl. Yeah, good boy, actually.
Said too much.
Question from Steve H. Steve asks, how much planning goes into a call, and how crushing is it when you get cut off early?
Like we said before, it's a few minutes planning, and I never really know if I've gotten picked up on or hung up on. I can't tell because, like I said, it's a rotary phone, and I'm just doing whatever, and I can't tell if I've gotten hung up on or even if I've gotten picked up on. So there's not really anything crushing about it.
All right, thank you, Mad Dog.
That's about 9 hours from now.
Oh, thank you, Gary. All right, Gary.
Okay, I gotta run.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So when you're not responding to people talking, it's because the phone's just down and you're just playing.
Yeah,
You're not.
or it's here.
You don't
It's
even
too
hear them
loud into my other ear, and I can't hear. Either way, I don't get crushed by it, but I can understand the question. I understand what you mean. Thanks, Sean. Steve.
Either one.
Bye, Steve. Bye, Sean.
Andy H. asks, how many voices do you do? So let's go through some of the staff. Give me the name of the person first so that everyone at home knows who you're doing.
Freckles. I love Freckles.
Okay.
Tracy Nolan.
Oh, okay. I didn't use a
Douche.
special nickname for her.
Yeah, because she's got...
I want to thank Sauer for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can email them, you can even send in a video submission and be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine. I hope you had a fine time. I want to make sure you have a fine time, and I have a special request. You're welcome, Justin O.
Oh my God, what's it gonna be?
Well, he's asked me, and this is what I do for a fine time guest, to come over and... This just got really... Can I not be doing this to the 8-year-old girl?
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Howard and Beth become foster parents to these little guys.
After they become attached to them, will they be able to say goodbye?
No, I just need a tissue.
What's your problem?
Testing 1, 2.
Baba Booey.
Yeah. Hey-oh, yeah.
My work with North Shore Animal League America started 10 years ago, and since then I've been a volunteer, I've been a spokesperson. We love our household with our 4 adopted cats from North Shore Animal League. We have Leon Bear, who's 22 pounds. We have Charlie Boy, who's 18 pounds.
Right, we have some big cats.
And we have Apple, and then we have Walter. So we do already have a house full of cats.
I was always sort of a cat person, but I really, people go, well, they're not like dogs, but they are. Our cats follow us around the house all day. They're great animals, great pets. Beth's very active in North Shore Animal League, and I'm very pleased to be peripherally involved. Not as much as Beth, but...
You're really involved, especially
not
now.
like you.
Well,
but,
in light of our recent situation.
Beth announced to me the other day that we're fostering 6 kittens.
Oh, my God.
The kittens have no mother, so the kittens are so little, they had to be
She
like...
has to feed them?
Well, I think she's breastfeeding these kittens herself. I'm not kidding.
A recent situation is now we are foster parents to many cats, little kittens.
I went to a local municipal shelter, and I knew that the cats were in danger of being euthanized, so I decided to grab a litter and foster the litter.
So what Beth and I are doing is we open up our home. Beth gets them very young, feeds them, socializes them. I photograph them. Beth, takes them under her wing and really takes care of them.
You name them.
I name them. You got Tarzan. He was the first one.
It was that cute tabby that fell and that immediately was taken with you. Like, he ran right up to you, was always at your feet, gazing in your eyes.
Yeah, I felt like he was mine, and he would be on his back, and I'd rub his belly, and I just fell in love with him right away.
Then the 2 orange guys.
That's Kimosabi and Tonto. Then we had these 2 females. We had Brenda Starr.
Hi, Brenda Starr. You're so pretty. You are a pretty girl.
And Ophelia after Robin. They were really great, very photogenic, by the way, because I would take them and they would actually pose for me. I'd take a pair of shoes, put them in the pair of shoes. Those 2, Ophelia and Brenda, they were great. Finally, there was Gwyneth.
We just knew them so well after being with them for, I guess it was 3.5 weeks total.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, there's a kitten.
I said to Beth, we can't let go of these kittens.
You actually asked me if we could adopt Tarzan.
Right.
You go, can we please keep him? And then I said, I'm that person that's supposed to say that to you. But I really committed to the foster program at North Shore Animal League. And I knew that I was nurturing these kittens to give a handoff to great families. I had my people from North Shore Animal League America with me. We went through every single application, and we really were excited that there were a couple people that wanted to double adopt. These are my top picks, and it is exactly who your top picks were. Yay. So we've come to, now we're going to call them and tell them the news, and I feel like a mother, and I feel very proud to call these people. I would be honored for you to take 2 brothers. I'm hoping that you will take Tonto and Kimosabi, however you named them.
We'd love to bring them into the home and, make them ours, and as well as the rest of our gang. So thank you very much.
After sifting through, reading these applications, I really felt like we came up with these fabulous families. 2 very, very special little girls, 2 little tabbies that I think would be a wonderful addition to your home.
I am just so excited.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Hey. Bye-bye.
I got so excited. He was so excited.
It was really emotional for me, and the excitement and joy in these people's voices. You are now going to be Tarzan's mother.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We really have our hearts set on taking one of these babies, so it really makes a lot of sense too.
Oh, I'm really emotional, and I cannot wait to meet you. These families were really great families.
We're so excited.
You are?
Yes.
I'm excited too. Well, do you want to hear who's going to be joining your family?
Absolutely.
Her name is Gwyneth, and she's the cutest white kitten with some little black dots on her, and she is just, I gotta say, one of my favorites. She's just a doll.
Is that the one you had up on the Twitter feed?
Oh yes, she's
The white one? Oh, yeah.
she's the one. She's the one on the plate.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the one my daughter wanted.
Oh, you're kidding! Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. I have goosebumps. Well, I'm so excited. Thanks, Dave.
Take care.
Bye. Mission accomplished. Yay! Thanks, guys, girls. So I heard their voices, but I had yet to meet them, and it wasn't until the day, about a week later, that after they were all spayed and neutered, that I got to meet everybody at North Shore Animal League. Fell madly in love with these little guys, and even now I'm emotional thinking about them. But that was a very, very rough day for me.
I just need a tissue or something. I have. You can do it. You can do it. I can't say this. Mommy waiting. Think you're so silly.
I cried like a baby. I met every family, and I had to hand off each kitten to these wonderful people whose applications were so stellar.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh. Hello. Surprise.
Hi. Jeffrey.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. So nice. I'm gonna hug you. That day that I had to say goodbye to them and hand them off to their new families was like a part of me was leaving. This is Kemosabe. I'm so happy to be handing her over to such a beautiful family. Well, yep. Howard and I, we kind of put together our thoughts on the two of them, and I wrote out just little things about their personalities. I spent time writing up individual synopsis about each cat, and I put the type of food that they liked and special rubs on their bellies, who liked what, and I put that together, and I also gave them the Bianca's Furry Friends Facebook page. I set up a Facebook page called Bianca's Furry Friends, Beth's Fosters, and I already have pictures of the whole litter up. And I really would love if you joined. I want your home address or your mailing address, because Howard took some great shots of them, and we were going to make some prints and have them sign them for you guys.
That would be awesome.
I knew these kittens so well, and I remember smelling every one of them. I even recognized their smell, their individual smells, kissing them, handing them off. Oh, I know their smells and everything. Good boy. Have a great life. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just goodbye for now.
It was such a bittersweet, beautiful thing handing them over, but yet I felt like pieces of me were being taken away. All right, can I hand this over to you? You carry that for me?
And her toy, you can put her toy in the carrier with her.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Best of luck with her. She's amazing.
Do you think it will ever get any easier for us every time we hand off a batch of kittens? I don't know. I mean, it's a very difficult thing to do, but we keep telling ourselves, well, this is so great. These kittens wouldn't have had a home, or maybe they would have. Who knows?
Empty pen of fosters. They've all been handed off to their new incredible families. This has been so bittersweet and emotional. But let's walk over to the new crop that I'm taking home. Howard and I are going to be very busy with these 4. We weren't really sure I was going to grab another batch of kittens when I handed off our kittens, so I grabbed the mama cat and her babies, and then I thought, what the heck? Let's get another litter that I found over here. And then the little orange guy was by himself, so I threw him into the mix too. We have 2 girls, 2 boys, 2 little gray girls, orange boy, tabby boy. And they're going to be coming home with me today probably for the next 3 weeks. And then over here, which underneath that towel, there's a mama cat who's probably about 2 years old with itsy bitsy tiny 3 little week-old kittens. And they're coming home too. That empty feeling of all of the 6 that had been given to families, I had a whole new batch to take care of. So it I put all my energy into them. Now that's Mama Cat and her 3 little itsy bitsy week-old babies. So I can't wait to see what Howard's gonna name her. She's beautiful though.
Right now we have a mother cat, Grace.
Yeah, let's go see them. Hey, you guys.
She has 3 kittens. They're still breastfeeding. Literally, we got them 3 days old, these kittens. They are living in our house right now, getting prepared to, for adoption. I'd love to see the 3 kittens and the mother all go to the same house. But that's a dream. They're so great.
Beth, thank you for everything that you do for animals. It's through you that we learned about North Shore. It's through you that we've kind of, contributed what we have to North Shore. And, through the show, we heard about the cats, and we bring up cats, we raise cats, we always go and save cats. So we feel lucky to have these 2 cats.
We're really honored to have him and to be selected, and we will, they have our promise that we'll be an excellent family for him. And we're just really excited. We're really excited, and thank you.
North Shore and Beth and Howard have made a family of 4 really, really happy. Everybody at North Shore has just been really, really gracious, and we're really excited to have these cats in our household.
Thank you, Howard and Beth. We're so excited to add her to our family. She's going to be in a loving home.
Thank you so much for picking us.
I didn't know I'd be so emotional about this project and certainly not understand all the emotions that would come out of me, but I feel like we're doing really something great. Like it's a small thing, but it's rewarding. It really is. And it's great to have the support of the audience. Look, I know there's some people watching this going, what the fuck are you carrying on about? And what do you care?
Blame me.
Yeah, but Beth brought me into this, and I'm glad she
What do you think, girls? His name is Tarzan. He's our new baby kitty.
seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything.
You got to be funny in here.
I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
What happens when Howard Stern's staff asks him the questions they've always wanted answered? It's time to Ask Howard with Rachel Fine.
All right, Howard, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it, Rachel. Come on.
Sal Governale wants to know.
How would you like to be best remembered?
I think in terms of professionally, I'd like to be remembered as a guy who was an innovator and someone who really succeeded in his mission. And that mission always was and always will be to make somebody laugh while they're driving their car. You know, to make that commute less boring. I get a lot of Twitters and emails and tweets where people say, hey, I was in my car and I couldn't leave. So I always feel mission accomplished. And that still turns me on. And from a personal standpoint, and I don't know that I'm there yet, but I would like people to say, wow, he was a good friend and somebody who was interested and cared. Yeah.
Question from Jeremy Lipkin of the Tapes team. He asks,
What advice would 2013 Howard give to 1979 Howard?
I would say don't be so hungry that you actually say things you might regret. That, yes, be fearless, do whatever's natural, but I don't necessarily have to make everything about me.
I got married when I was 23 years old. I never lived on my own.
Me neither.
So I had to go into an individual thing.
Me too.
I had to get my own place.
Me too. Shut up over there.
I would say, hey, Howard, why don't you get your ego in check? And if a guest is sitting there, it doesn't have to be about you. And also I'd say somehow work out that compulsion that makes you think you have to have every listener in the world. You never can have every listener in the world. It's never going to happen, even though you think somehow magically you could. I think those things would have helped me not to be so much a better performer. Maybe it would have, but it would have made me enjoy my career more. And I would also say to young Howard, go out and have a life a bit, because I was so career obsessed, and I still am. I still need career. If I'm going to be in it, I'm obsessed. But you've got to have some balance in your life. I found it very difficult. I'm one track, and most guys are, but I'm really one track. Yeah, I would have said, have a little bit of fun. You're entitled.
Question from Doug Goodstein at Howard TV.
What do you think is the biggest misconception the public has about you?
I think that there's a segment of the population out there who only thinks that I'm some guy who gets on the air and talks about women's boobs and dick jokes and that kind of thing. They think that there's nothing more sophisticated going on the show. My suspicion is they've never heard the show, or they heard it once and perhaps I was doing something completely over the top, which I'm known to do, but I think the show has a lot more intelligence behind us. I don't think we're just like slapstick Three Stooges, where we take a woman and stick her on the Sybian. I think that somehow there's a perception that I forced women to do that, or I'm curious about human behavior. And to me, sexuality is such a taboo that it seemed to me, especially on terrestrial radio, that to explore sexuality, to ask women about their sexuality, men about their sexuality, men about penis size, masturbation, I think has only been healthy, what we do. But if that's the perception of me, that I'm just some gross guy who only knows how to say dirty words. I once heard an interview with Larry King, and he said, Howard Stern, what he does is tell me what not to say and I'll say it. If that really was my career, how could I have survived in a business and thrived for, I don't know, how many years we're going on now, 35, 40 years. How could that have happened? That's ridiculous. So there isn't that misconception.
This was a great episode. Thank you so much.
This was fun, Rachel.
I enjoyed it.
Very professional, unlike the rest of the staff.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
I know. You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything.
You got to be funny in here.
I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we had two big guests and two big topics. One was JD to talk about his time in the studio with Lisa Ann. And of course, we had Richard in his Metallica shirt talking about what he'd be willing to do to sit in front of Metallica in studio. Lots of detailed conversation for you to enjoy.
JD Harmeyer and Richard Christie joining us, of course. Richard shockingly wearing a Metallica shirt.
Yeah, and Metallica shoes. Don't forget that. I have Kill 'Em All shoes on.
Do you have Metallica boxers?
Yeah, I have Ride the Lightning boxers.
Metallica or Striper? Because they're both your favorite. So Metallica or Striper?
I can't choose a favorite. I'm Metallica.
Yeah, you better
Really?
choose Metallica for the people in the metal community to kill you.
I know. I get a lot of shit about liking Striper.
Will you be wearing a Metallica shirt the rest of the
Every
live
day?
days?
Until they come in?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'd be wearing that Metallica shirt every day?
Yeah.
No, are you serious?
No, I'll change it up a little bit. I got, you know.
How many Metallica shirts do you have?
I have a bunch. But a lot of them are my double XL from my heavier days.
Were you double XL?
I was XL and double XL, yeah. Yeah, so I might have to invest in some Ls.
Can we talk to him now? What we're talking about in the back office?
Sure.
You were getting some shit in the back office. Somebody was complaining, and I thought they had a valid argument that you came to me to complain that people were getting Metallica tickets too easily. So you created a quiz, and then when a guy got all three wrong, you gave him the tickets anyway, so you didn't really stand tall.
It's Howard's decision, not
Well, you
mine.
said gave him the tickets.
I felt bad for the guy. I know how Howard feels with this stuff. I mean, the guy was trying, and he seemed passionate.
But you were like, this is bullshit. You guys are just giving these tickets away to people who don't care.
But you know what? He did name some, like, early Metallica songs and albums.
He thought Injustice for All was their first album.
I know.
Come on.
You asked him to name 3 songs. That's what got him to win the tickets. Can you name 3 Metallica
songs that were mentioned on the show all day?
I'm a pushover. What can I say?
We were waiting for you to tell Howard to hang up the phone.
I can't be mean to people that want to go see Metallica.
Now, I mean, Gary's half joked about Striper, but you know, you say stuff is your favorite all the time. You have a lot of favorites. But with Metallica, it seems like you're willing to go even further to be in studio and see them live right in front of you.
Well, I mean, to be the I mean, how many people get the chance to watch like a private Metallica show? It's going to be Benji, Fred, and Howard in the studio. So that's 3 people watching Metallica. If I get to be the 4th person, it's like a fan's dream come true.
Willing to do shots of your own cum or other, but not other people's cum. That was the other weird thing that what people were saying. Like, were you going to drink Jose's cum?
No. Sal made me clear on what this was. I said,
Sal, the voice of clarity.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He reminded me of what I said I'd do. I won't drink Jose's cum, but I'd be willing to put mine in my mouth and spitball it into his mouth.
Right. And what makes you think he wants to do that?
There's 0 chance he's going to want to do that. So I don't have to worry about it.
We were like, even today, like, you know, you've been married for a while now. You just went on a nice romantic vacation with your wife. When you talk about guzzling a shot of your own cum, do you discuss this with her?
Yeah, once in a while. She's cool.
This in particular.
I think I did, yeah.
And what was her reaction?
She's like, yeah, you know, it's cool.
She was adamant.
She goes, I have to do it. You should do it.
Exactly. No, I know what it feels like. But as long as it's not doing stuff with women, I think she's cool with it.
And Jason was also asking, I think it was Jason, I'm not sure who it was in the back, like, what happened to your hard drives of all that porn?
It's in storage still. I mean, I still have it. I'm not like you, John. I don't deny that I still jerk off.
But the discussion we were having in the back office was you went from a guy. Now, granted, you have a wife and everything, and I get that, and you are engaged in what appears to be a very healthy relationship. But you went from a guy who used to schedule date nights with yourself, who had hard drives of porn, who could tell me, "Oh, I know her. She's my favorite. She was in Playboy in 1988 in February," and then it seems like you just completely cut it all off.
You're talking about elves at Christmas. You're being tucked in by elves.
Well, that's not porn, though.
I mean, I went 10 years without getting laid, so you tend to build up a collection. But also, I find it disrespectful if I talk about that kind of stuff now, because my wife listens, my wife's mom listens. It's like, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Theoretically, and I'm not saying you do, you could still be watching porn, but you'd rather not discuss it.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't really as much as I used to. I mean, I'll admit, every guy pretty much does, but not near as crazy as I used to be.
And I was saying that in the back, how when you got closer with now your wife, you sort of changed your attitude on that when it came to on-air stuff. Understandably so. You feel like, it's insulting her in a way.
Do you really store it? And do you ever go to the storage room and say,
no.
I got to get... You don't really.
I just never bothered to erase the drives, and it's like I just threw them in storage.
If you went there today and you were giving up your storage unit and you had to throw it away, would it be hard for you to throw it away?
Yeah, it's memories. Sentimental. I'll be like, I remember that day in the storage unit when I jerked off to that folder in that drive.
A lot of dates. Now, Garrett, was Howard obsessing over the Metallica songs all weekend?
Yes, we were going back and forth in emails, but rightfully so. There's a lot to choose from. He wants us to be great. We were sort of going back and forth over the, maybe even though we love them and they're huge, maybe there's a portion of our audience that just isn't into metal. So maybe you have to do Enter Sandman to make sure you're getting the song that most people know. And then the second song was if I had my choice, for me, it's One. I just love that song on 100 different levels. But we were saying, well, maybe that's not a song that everybody knows, but it was played pretty heavily back on MTV back in its day, but it's hard to say.
That's basically the song that broke them. They made their first video for One. It was a big hit on MTV.
It's also 7 minutes long.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you got Metallica, why not choose a long song so you can get more of them?
I would love to see them do that. I've never seen them do that song.
Well, and JD and I discussed, too, I love Kill 'Em All. I love Ride the Lightning. I love Master of Puppets, the early, more hardcore stuff. And I would love to see them do Motor Breath or something, real old. But I understand that, it's Howard's show, and most of the audience would want, something they've maybe heard before.
There's no way we can have Metallica on and play Nothing Else Matters. They're one of their slowest songs.
That's true, too. There's something to be said for that. We want them to shake the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in JD's camp there. I don't think Nothing Else Matters is the right song to play. I voted for Master of Puppets for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, and Fred has played that coming out of commercials, so it's a fairly well-known song. And Master of Puppets has been consistently voted the most important and biggest heavy metal album of all time.
If you're into metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I get that. If you're a metalhead or if you're really into metal, but for the portion of our audience that may not know anything about metal, I want everybody. But you're trying to find a good balance.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about what Eric the Midget's gonna like. It's I want a good Metallica song.
Yeah. Tony in L.A., welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, Tony.
I just want to say I am the biggest casual Metallica fan, and One is the song that, if you ask me name one song, it would be One. And I think that is a go-to. You can't not have it on your list if you're only going to do two songs. I mean, does that make sense?
Well, it's an opinion, but it's an opinion I happen to agree with.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with you there. I think Enter Sandman is a more well-known Metallica song outside of the metal universe than One is.
I would say that's your best chance of somebody knowing a Metallica song who doesn't know Metallica.
Right. But look, it's a great problem to have when you got to choose between all these different songs. That's for sure.
Plus, you could see how emotional Howard got listening to One. It was really cool. And I get the same way. I can cry to that song because I remember hanging out with my buddy in Kansas at a campsite, like listening to the And Justice for All cassette that I bought at a gas station. So it's like I have so many memories of that song, One.
But why cry over it?
Did he pass away? Or?
No, he's still around. But it's just great memories. I lived my high school years with the And Justice for All album and all their earlier albums.
Is that song you cooked the shit to? Or?
No, that was later.
That song, I would tell you, the video for that song gets to me.
One?
Yeah. Because it's a pretty heavy thing, and that book was like a big book the book Johnny Got His Gun was a big book in my house because my brother was like really anti-war, and that book was written during the Vietnam War to be anti-Vietnam without having to use Vietnam as a backdrop, and so I think that video is amazing.
Well, yeah. I mean, they took clips from the movie.
The movie, that's right.
I want to see the movie. I haven't ever seen it before.
Hey, I don't know if Kim, did you ever play with him when you were in Iced Earth, like on a stage with him, or?
No.
You did that festival, right, a couple years ago. Wasn't your band on the bill?
We played at their Orion Festival last year in Atlantic City, which was a dream come true. Lars introduced us, and it was like, it was a dream come true.
I think a lot of tears will be flowing in the studio when Metallica comes in. I can tell. You're getting all choked up. Gary's getting choked up. Howard was getting choked up during the show. Should be interesting, don't you think, JD?
I just think it'd be funny watching Metallica play like this hard metal song, and Richard Christie has like tissues next to him, down in his eyes.
I know, that's like the tough thing. It's like I don't want to cry in front of my heroes, but also they might appreciate that this song makes me so emotional.
Do you think they'd be flattered by that in some way?
I don't know. It's hard because they're when I was a kid, Metallica and Slayer were like the heaviest bands ever. So to know that now I'm a 39-year-old man crying in front of Metallica, it's kind of, it would be embarrassing, but also I can't help it.
Well, wouldn't you want James Hetfield to call you a pussy or something like that? Wouldn't that make you feel good too?
That would be awesome if he came over and slapped me and said, "Act like a man."
See, that's the problem with punishing Richard. He's willing to do everything, right? So you can't find anything that he really is hesitant to do.
Listen, once you got to swallow your own cum, what's left?
Well, you said have George pour soda in his ass, and he lit up. He couldn't wait for it. I mean,
that's easy.
That's not weird for you because I know that you have a relationship, a friendly relationship. Like you go out with George and Brad, you and your wife, and so he's your friend.
Yeah.
Is that weird for you to have him pour shit in your ass?
No, that's fine as long as there's no contact. I think if I was to make out with George, I wouldn't want to do it because Brad would get upset. But I think just, a friendly little pouring beer or soda in my ass is fine. I don't think Brad would have a problem with that.
Now, the other guy who spent a lot of time in the studio today was none other than J.D. Harmeyer with his dream girl, Lisa Ann. And it sounds like you said you took a different approach with her rather than just being blunt and saying what you want. You did the sort of Gange, the friend thing.
Well, yeah, for the most part, I try to avoid the friend zone. Because I know once you stay there, you're there.
Are you in it now?
With her?
Yeah.
Possibly, probably. Who knows? But definitely now. If she's dating someone. But I thought, this is a woman that works in adult films, and she goes around traveling to clubs and stuff, and does strip dances and whatnot. And she has guys constantly trying to have sex with her. So I thought I would try and not, just be friendly.
You're not just because she's dating a guy doesn't put you in the friend zone. You could be on deck. Well, it doesn't put you. But I think you're in the friend zone the way I'm hearing her talk.
Probably, but there's a little optimistic part of me that says something may happen. I don't know.
If you had the chance, say for whatever reason, not on the air, and it just came up, because I was thinking about this today, even myself thinking about it. If she said, "Come on over tonight," and everything, and she's ready to go, would you have any performance anxiety at all, or would you try not to think about it?
I possibly. I have anxieties, being with girls, already. So. Yeah.
What part of her would you go after first? The big boobs, the ass? Because you like her ass, right?
Yeah. probably kiss her first.
But then what?
And then probably grab her ass.
Does she live in New York?
I think she goes back and forth.
So there is a chance of a relationship.
Well, listen, we've known each other for a while, so I think if she wanted to hang out.
How long have you known each other for?
A few months.
And you've just been texting like every other day, it sounds like?
I mean, we've talked about like hanging out and stuff, but it's never happened, of course.
Robin was the one who said she felt really bad for you because it sounds like you're being sort of used here a little bit or led astray.
Listen, I didn't push her to be on the show or anything. That's I don't know.
I don't think he's being led astray. He went after her. She's being nice, but she's not saying, "Hey, there's a chance we're going to bang." She's just being a nice person to him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's being led astray.
No, and I wouldn't be. It's not like I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't want me. That's almost what expected.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that says really speaks volumes to me. You guys talk and talk and talk every day, every other day, whatever. Mm-hmm. Hey, we'll hang out. We'll hang out. Here she is in New York.
I am well,
and
aware
you're not
of this.
hanging out.
Garrett, I am well aware of this. So. Yes, I know.
One of the things I noticed, Gary, during the interview was she said that when she was on set, like her friends would take pictures of her half naked, whatever, and send them to JD. But ultimately, they would say, why don't you just bang the guy? Right. Be a friend, like be a pal. But I don't think JD wants that. Like I think he wants it, but he doesn't want it that way. He wants to kind of earn it.
He wants her to want him. That's part of it. But the other thing too is. He really, to me, is in the friend zone because I found her to be very genuine when she said, because I think, she wanted to throw JD a bang, she could. She seems to be like, no, we have more than that. I don't want to do that.
Well, she said that she didn't want to hurt him by doing it. I don't know if I believe that or not. That she was worried she would hurt you if she just had sex with you. For sex.
I mean, if she thinks... listen, we haven't even really discussed this. I've been very weary. I don't want to go into. I make little jokes here and there, but I haven't tried to dirty talk or anything.
How would you discuss? What would be your move in this situation?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't just sort of let her. I'd almost like to let her. If she wants me bad enough or whatever, I don't know.
Where would you go to bang her? Would you let her come to your apartment?
I guess, but I would not prefer that at all.
What would you prefer? A hotel room?
I would. It's much nicer than my apartment.
I think that when you're really into a hot chick, right? Part of of getting there is like, I've worked really hard for it, or somebody that you really like, worked really hard for it. And if she just gives it to him for no good reason, is that a hollow victory? Is that part of it? Like, don't you want to say, I worked hard for something, I want her to like me?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to be with anyone that doesn't want to, be with me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But a lot of people ask the question. I mean, I get it. You don't want to pity fuck. I understand that. Yes. But this is your, sort of dream porn star kind of. She's coming to you. She's willing to do it. Can you kind of put that aside just to enjoy the physical experience, then later deal with the...
I don't know. It would have to happen, I guess. But, I don't know.
Do you still watch your porns?
A little bit.
He said he said that he watched her porn to pull clips, but didn't jerk off to it because he's got feelings for her.
Let's talk about when you got on the couch with her.
Yes.
I know Howard kept asking if you were hard, and you said no, but was there a point where it started to heat up a little bit, or did you feel like, all the cameras
she felt nice. She felt, she's I don't think she's very tall, and that's a good thing. I like that. And,
See, I don't believe him. I should have came in and asked to check.
That'd be great if you got him off then.
The human pecker checker.
I had fucking Jason in a with the camera in front of me. There's no way I could do that. I cannot.
So you couldn't be a porn star and get hard in front of other people.
No. I'm no performer in that sense.
And since you've befriended her, does it bother you that she does porn, or that's what's?
No, if it did, I wouldn't. I'm fairly open-minded, I guess. So, yeah, if it bothered me, I wouldn't be, sort of seeing what happens.
John in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, JD, first of all, buddy, I am not calling to bust your balls, okay? So don't take this personal.
Uh-huh.
But listen to me. You got to accept the fact that these girls are using you, my friend, because of where you work. I mean, you don't take care of yourself. You hang out in your apartment, play video games. You're going after the highest caliber women you can go after.
I go after all sorts of girls. I go after all sorts of girls.
You got to take it down, brother.
I go after all sorts of girls. Just
all
because
right,
you don't hear about it on the air.
You go crazy over these girls that are nuts, dude, that just don't seem attainable for most guys.
Oh, well, listen, dude, shoot for the stars sometimes, you know?
But I still love you, brother, so don't take me wrong. I'm still one of your fans. So
I get what he's saying, JD. Like, if you were just up front and say, I don't care why they're banging me, I get it, and I'm using the show to get it, that would make more sense. But it doesn't seem like that's what you're doing.
Listen, we never talk. Whenever I talk to girls or whatever, I never talk about the show or anything. You know?
Do you tell them about your Full Sail diploma? Do you ever use that?
No.
Rick in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Nice to speak to you. By the way, Fuel would be the song that I might like to hear Metallica play. But as it relates to JD, I think sometimes, again, you guys forget JD doesn't make much money. I think it'd be great if some of you, opened up your wallet with a little cash and gave him a pool of money to take her out for a real nice night, maybe get that hotel room.
No. Well, she's not for sale, if that's where you're going.
Yeah.
And JD could afford to take her out. I don't think taking her out or having the means to take her out is what's holding him back.
Yes. I agree.
But how does he close, Gary? I mean, can he close at this point?
Don't know. In the zone. The friend zone. He's in the friend zone. It's it's a quagmire.
It's tough to get out of. Michael in Tennessee, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Richard, what other bands would you do gay shit for if you could go see their shows?
There's probably a lot of them.
Striper?
Well, I mean, the thing is now I've been lucky enough that I've kind of got to know some of my favorite bands. Like, I kind of know the guys in Striper. I know the guys in Coheed and Cambria. So, luckily, I don't have to perform a lot of gay stuff to get to hang with them. But there's still bands out there that I would do that for. But, Metallica is pretty much the biggest metal band ever. So... I do a lot for.
Would you do something gay to see Slayer perform "Rain and Blood" in studio?
Oh, fuck yeah! I'll suck you off in a second, JD.
Would you do it to Metallica?
I'll be your Lisa Ann.
No.
Is there a guy? Which guy in Metallica would you do stuff with?
No, I wouldn't expect them to do that.
No. If they wanted to, if they kind of called on you.
Kirk Hammett.
No, then it's not for romance. I just want to do gay stuff to get to see them with people on the show.
You could differentiate, like you could kiss a dude and in your mind go, "This is not gay."
Yeah, of course. If it's a stunt, yeah.
Wait a minute. If you sucked off JD, you're going to then say it wasn't gay?
It'd be funny as hell.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be.
I'd be laughing while I did it. But it wouldn't be gay.
If a certain Viking metal band came on,
Amon Amarth, yeah, I would consider. I'd do a lot for Amon Amarth.
Like the only thing I could think of is like if a lesbian woman sucked you off for a stunt, does that still make it non-sexual?
Man, that's a difficult. I'm trying to wrap my head around that one, Gary.
Too many parts of that equation.
Too many things, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? In other words, she's not really into dudes. It's a stunt. She's just doing it for a joke.
Is it for her or is it sexual?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think it's a stunt then, still. Yeah, but I don't. You got to find a goofy lesbian with a radio show job that would be into
But if it's sexual for you, right? Say the lesbian. I'm in a whole other weird place. But if it's sexual for you, then it's still a sex act. Like, what if JD got off?
No.
Well, then it'd be sexual
You
for
could
him.
get JD off though.
It'd be sexual for him.
Let's move on, please.
I would be dodging his load.
What were you supposed to? You were supposed to suck around his dick, right?
Yeah.
What was that for again?
For $1 million. Which that offer still
You're like
stands.
Tara Reid in The Big Lebowski.
Would you fuck
that's
Ronnie
not-
for the $1 million?
That's not sexual at all, Gary. That's just for the humor
goof.
of it.
For the goof.
Well, that's for the goof and for the amazing amount of money.
Unfortunately, I now know the noise Ronnie makes when he finishes.
is a Howard TV original production.
Do you view yourself as a star?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. These are my donuts.
So you keep your donuts in bed for a snack. All right, give me a pointer. I feel like blowing my mind up. It's a quote that's sure to echo on in radio eternity, and it's just one of many in an ever-growing list of legendary lines from one Wendy Pack. From her early appearances.
Wow, there she is. Whoa. Come on in, baby.
To her classic calls with Howard.
While you were walking and trick-or-treating, you made a duty in your Freddy Krueger costume.
Yes.
Right, and there were fecal matter in there.
Yes.
Right.
To her passionate presence during monumental show moments. The Whack Packer, fondly known as Wendy the Retard, has solidified herself among the all-time greats in Howard Stern show history. But catchphrases and periodic phone calls can only reveal so much about a person. So we took a trip to her home on Florida's central Atlantic coast to catch a glimpse of Wendy's life from the other side of the telephone. Here we are, 80 miles from the Orlando International Airport and all of the fun of Disney. And despite the 100-plus degree heat here in this small town, I'm overly excited because we're here to meet Wendy. We're here to find out what Wendy's days are like, what makes her tick, who are the people in her life. And frankly, I've been excited about this for a long time because Wendy's been such a fixture on the show for so long that I really want to see how she lives. And in fact, I'm hearing loud noises coming from inside of this double wide. So let's go see what's up. You must be Wendy.
Yes.
I'm John Lieberman.
Hi.
Nice to meet
nice
you. How
to
you
meet
doing?
You. Fine.
I've heard so much about you.
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yes.
In addition to her warm personality, I was welcomed by Wendy's brood of cats, which includes Tigger, Mario, Luigi, Blacko, Nice Bob, and Mean Bob, all resting comfortably in the new home that she shares with her mother Joyce and nephew Jesse Jr., for whom she often babysits. Following a visit to the litter box that she's responsible for cleaning and a bowling trophy that she recently earned, I soon discovered that one of her favorite hobbies had helped Wendy garner some local press. So what do we have here?
Us in the newspaper of our group.
So your group is the Fun Time Bowlers. Yep. Where are you?
I am right there.
And why did they take your picture? Did you have a special...
A special day because one of our coaches was leaving.
Oh, okay, so you're getting a new coach, too. Mm-hmm. Wow, so you've had a lot of changes. You have a new house. You're getting a new coach for bowling. Sit down for a minute. I want to talk to everybody. While taking a load off at their kitchen table, I was introduced to Wendy's younger sister, Becky, and sister-in-law, Megan. And after getting acquainted with her family, I was curious to know more about her absolute #1 favorite pastime, one that she ranks ahead of both cats and bowling. What are your favorite parts of the show?
Where Richard and Sal does funny jokes or whatever.
You like those, the prank phone calls? And which parts don't you like as much?
I don't like, what's his name?
JD?
No, the guy in the limousine.
Oh.
Ronnie.
You don't like Ronnie. Why don't you like Ronnie?
Because he gives Howard bull crap problems.
Wendy's personality was most certainly built for the spotlight, which first shone upon her well more than a decade ago in her first phone call to the Howard Stern Show. A fateful moment her mother Joyce recalls with great fondness.
I would come home from work, and I'd say, what you been doing today? Oh, I talked to Howard today. I said, Howard Stern. I said, Howard Stern. She says, yeah. I said, the guy on the radio with the long hair. Yeah.
While at first she was skeptical that Wendy had mistaken a generic DJ from a local affiliate for Howard himself, Joyce soon listened to tape-recorded proof of her daughter's breakthrough moment in February of 2002.
What are you wearing right now?
Pretty dim. You know what?
Are you naked?
Yes.
Are you touching your chest?
Yes.
Is your tampon in?
Yes.
Are you wearing big, thick glasses?
No.
Can you barely fit into your nightgown at 182 pounds?
Yes.
And despite Wendy's on-air debut being rife with sexually charged conversation, she was nothing short of elated for her daughter.
I was happy because I said, if you're happy, I'm happy, and she might not know half the stuff she was talking about, but I guess he gave her an education. And Robin, too.
They taught you some things?
They helped her out.
This fateful introduction not only supplied Wendy with entertainment, but also gave her mornings an entirely new purpose. As Howard and Robin soon discovered, Wendy's life is an open book filled with chapters upon chapters of challenges, of which she's
And Howard has always, from the beginning, I think, always treated her special and been good to her. So I really am glad for that.
And I look out for him. When I hear somebody start a rumor of him, that's when I go off in.
Because you want to defend him.
Mm-hmm.
When Howard goes off the radio at some point down the road, whether it's in 3 years or 10 years, what do you think that would mean to you?
That I want to take over for him.
You want Howard's job. What would you call your show?
The Remembering of Howard Stern.
With the Howard Stern Show playing such a vital role in her daily routine, I wanted to visit the spot where Wendy listens each morning, her bedroom.
This is my bed. This is where I sleep.
A lot of stuffed animals over there.
Yes.
You have names for all of them?
Yes. This is Fluffy.
Fluffy?
Fluffy 1. This is Rabbit.
Fluffy 1, Rabbit.
This is Benji.
Benji. No relation to Benji Bronk, right?
No.
Okay.
And this is my teddy bear. And these are my donuts.
So you keep your donuts in bed for a snack?
Yes.
Now, pastries in bed sounded a lot more like the Wendy I'd grown accustomed to hearing on Howard's airwaves. But after seeing piles of clothes on the floor nearby, I was informed that Wendy's wardrobe is at a crossroad of sorts.
I used to have a bunch of clothes, but not anymore. Because I keep getting big because I eat a lot.
So you've gained some weight?
Yeah.
How much would you say you've gained?
I weigh now 278.
Is that the highest you've ever been? And are you trying to exercise more?
Yes. I've been doing Richard Simmons and other things. And walking a lot.
Okay. Is it working?
A little, not much.
Impressed by her all-around maturity, I was beginning to see an entirely new side of Wendy. As our conversation continued, I recalled her telling Howard about her dumpster diving exploits, and I wondered if this is still part of her regular routine.
You're still doing that?
Yeah, sometimes here and there when we don't have, the money to buy food, or when if it's not our day at the church, that's what we normally do, because we have to, live on something. Because, like I told you, our money's tight here and there. I help her pay, almost half of the electricity bill and my cell phone and stuff. And I have to help her get groceries and stuff too. I have a food card right now, but I don't know if I'm going to still have it or not.
Once again, Wendy was showing herself to be far different from her hilarious radio rants. And while her family has been struggling financially, to Wendy, their monetary woes pale in comparison to the passing of her beloved father, whose ashes we paid a visit to.
He was a good dad to me. I really miss him a lot.
What was his name?
Wild Bill.
So Wild Bill was your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he die?
When I went to go check on him, they said it was a heart attack or something. When I went to go check on him, he was just laying there staring at the ceiling, and that's when I called him, and that's when I noticed he wasn't breathing or moving.
This startling discovery, which occurred nearly 7 years ago, just as Wendy was bringing her dad his lunch, is one of the saddest stories I've heard throughout my career. Knowing that her father was an immensely positive influence on her life, I decided to steer our conversation back in that direction.
Tell me your favorite story about your dad.
Where he used to take us camping and stuff in the back of the woods. And that's how, when he had marshmallows and fires and stuff back there.
Your sister told me he would have wanted to be a part of this.
Yeah.
He liked your role with Howard Stern. He was proud of you.
Yeah.
With a loving family behind her, it was clear to me why, despite a list of obstacles stacking higher than her laundry pile, Wendy's personality remains anchored in heartfelt determination. And as the tour continued out back toward their private lake, Wendy, like a modern-day Ponce de Leon, helped lead us through what seemed like an endless, overgrown Florida terrain. But before long, the trees parted, revealing a rural oasis that provides Wendy and her family with some sweet relief from the sweltering summer heat.
This is a beautiful lake. Do we know the name of it?
Yeah.
Our lake?
It's our lake. We own it. I mean, it's on our property.
So it's your lake?
Yeah.
So you can name it right now. What do you want to name it?
Howard Lake.
So this is Howard Lake now from here on out?
Yes.
He had no idea of it. How much is this lake going to cost him?
Probably $1 million.
Okay. We'll tell him. This is very nice, though.
As I stood among the tree-lined tranquility of Howard Lake, I noticed an interesting contraption hanging from the trees, a hunting station of sorts used by Wendy and her siblings to skin hogs and deer before turning them into a tasty homemade supper.
We do mostly eat Bambi burgers, and we don't find any other thing.
Deer?
Yeah.
You call them Bambi burgers?
Yes.
Is that just what your family calls them, or do people?
No, that's what we call them.
Oh, okay.
After getting to know Wendy at home, I wanted to accompany her to a place she visits every Saturday, Ormond Lanes in nearby Ormond Beach. Upon arrival, we quickly got our competitive juices flowing over heated games of air hockey.
You're pretty good at this. Oh, ho, ho!
And Pop-A-Shot.
Oh, there you go. Come on. The time's going, and the balls aren't coming. Oh, come on.
Soon after, Wendy led me to our lane, where we began readying ourselves for some good, old-fashioned family-style bowling.
Oh, these fit nice. These are snug. Come help me pick a ball. Help me.
That should work.
You sure? It feels a little tight on my fingers. I'm afraid the ball's not going to come out.
That one should work. If you're,
yeah, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Wendy still needed to shake off some rust, especially since we weren't using her self-proclaimed lucky lane. That would be lucky lane number 36. Before long, it was my turn to shine.
See what I'm going to do here. These are no duck pin balls, I'll tell you that.
It has been years since I tested my sports skills against the oil-slicked lanes. And while I enjoyed some early success, as the frames mounted, so did Wendy's confidence, leading me to ask my outspoken opponent for some guidance.
All right, give me a pointer. You're just going to point? That's your pointer?
It's your turn.
You have any advice?
Good luck.
I don't think you mean that.
Yeah?
I don't think you do.
Right from the first frame, it was evident that despite her playful personality, Wendy is a fierce competitor. And as one of my shots left me in quite the pin placement predicament, I once again looked to my newfound rival for help.
How do I hit this shot?
Aim for the middle, stand right in the middle and aim for the middle.
Stand in the middle and aim for the middle?
Aim for the middle. Although it seems like simple advice, I couldn't help but think of it as a rallying cry for Wendy's strong-willed, resolute approach to life. A short while later, I sat down with Joyce to find out more about bowling's positive influence on her daughter.
How have you noticed that bowling has changed Wendy's life?
She gets to go out, be with her friends, people just like her. She's got, other people to be around.
While bowling serves as a spectacular social outlet for Wendy, it's also been a perfect way to quench her thirst for competition, as she regularly bowls in the Special Olympics, where she expects nothing less than a gold medal-worthy effort from herself.
Because you believe you're the best.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to prove that you're the best to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because it served you well so far in your life, right?
Yeah.
Is that part of your determination to not let anything slow you down?
I had to tell myself the next day, keep moving, get up. That's why I asked her if I could go out almost. She won't want me out every day, but, when she leaves, I said, I'm going because I gotta move around.
In borrowing a line from her fellow Florida native Tom Petty, Wendy firmly believes that if you don't run, you rust, refusing to let her disability slow her down or detract her from her goals. As the game wore on, Wendy mounted a comeback.
Good shot.
Whoa! Even deploying one of her superstitious tactics on me.
Ow!
And as we sat down between frames to examine her fanny pack, I learned that luck is something that Wendy routinely chases.
I play the Mega Million, Fantasy 5, Mega Money, Powerball, Lotto, even scratch-offs.
I mean, you have dozens of lottery tickets in there.
They're no good. I'm still trying to hit the jackpot.
So none of those were winners. But the Monopoly from McDonald's...
It's just started. I'm already ahead to try and win 20,000. All I just need is one more.
So if you get that one more, you win 20,000.
Yep.
And if you win 20,000, what will you do with it?
I would move up to New York and live with, be next to Howard.
I'm not sure if Howard is ready for a new neighbor, but for the time being, Wendy says she'll continue to play, as she puts it, the lucky numbers in her head. But as far as pins were concerned, my once sizable lead had started to dwindle.
Good luck, John. You're up.
I don't believe you. I really don't believe that you mean good luck, especially with how tight this game is. How tight my legs are.
Despite her sweet disposition, I didn't believe Wendy's well wishes for a second.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
But thankfully, I was able to hang on to my lead and secure a 10-pin victory.
All right, good game. You're a very good bowler. Very good. That was tough. That got me sweating to the end.
Yeah.
Whew.
After changing out of our bowling shoes,
You're in.
I began driving Miss Pack along the route she typically travels by bus each morning after her mom drops her off at a local McDonald's for breakfast. We first stopped by the dumpsters in back of a nearby supermarket where Wendy bravely battles garbage in search of barely touched food to bring to her family. Further on up the road, we encountered the mighty Granada Bridge, a structure that spans the Halifax River and Intracoastal Waterway and connects the mainland to a beach peninsula that Wendy loves to walk along.
Looks kind of big and long.
I know.
So you walk across it?
Yeah,
For exercise or fun or what?
exercise.
Oh, okay. Wow, you walk across this thing a couple times and
Yeah,
you'll lose that 100 pounds in a hurry.
yeah.
While staring up at the nearly half-mile marathon in front of us, I posed a philosophical question to my walking partner.
How do you think your life would be different if Howard Stern had never come into it?
Not good. I mean, like my mom told you earlier, I didn't have a good lifestyle till now.
As we paused a moment to do some people watching and soak in the breathtaking views, I realized this bridge means more to Wendy than simply a way to exercise.
When you look out onto the water and this beautiful, picturesque view, what goes through your mind?
I normally feed the fish and the dolphins and watch other people do fun things, wishing I was the kid again, so I can do the things I miss.
What do you miss?
I miss playing on the playground. I miss swinging, because I don't know if I can swing or not, because I don't want to break the swing. I miss all the fun things, like, see, there's somebody fishing with their family, or, I don't know, parents. I miss that. You know, I miss fishing with my dad, because my dad's not here anymore. That's why I come over here.
Although it was clear Wendy longs for yesteryear, the list of concerns that adulthood brings certainly doesn't include her disability.
I got other things on my mind right now. And also I got other things on my mind about Howard that I'm concerned about, people, you know, bother him again.
What are you concerned about?
I'm concerning about the SCC or whoever, you know, or some other stupid people you want to get Howard, you know, off the rail or you know, threaten him.
So you're worried about people threatening Howard?
Yeah. I don't take a bunch of bullcrap like other people do. He's sort of like a dad to me. A stepdad, since I don't have a dad.
Her level of admiration for and staunch defense of Howard astonished me. But as far as her always increasing list of wants, I wondered what tops Wendy's wish list.
If there was one thing in this world right now that you could have, what would it be?
Having my grandma back again, so I can play Uno with her. And so I can have Howard keep our score when we play Uno.
I could almost picture it. Wendy, her grandmother, and Howard as the scorekeeper. But we didn't have any more time for daydreaming, as there was still a lot of bridge to climb.
The breeze is nice.
Yes, it is.
After a grueling trek over the Granada Bridge, we soon found ourselves at Wendy's favorite beach, a place where her money woes, annoyances, and stresses of everyday life get whisked out to sea, disappearing into a seemingly endless horizon.
Hello.
Before long, Wendy's attention drifted away to some eye candy that she found even sweeter than the supersized Mountain Dew she'd been sipping. Wendy! Once she regrouped, we redirected our gaze toward the natural beauty of the waves, and they, in turn, set their sights on us.
Little water will never hurt you. Feels good, right? After a long, hot day. when the Howard Stern show ends one day, how do you want to be remembered as part of it?
By, when I help Howard out as much as I can, like he helps me.
As we parted ways, I immediately shores. Through it all, I witnessed everything that I thought I knew about Wendy get flipped on its head. In our time together, I discovered someone sweet, not selfish, good-natured rather than greedy, and a woman who's more strong-minded than she is silly. And wherever Wendy's journey takes her to next, I'm certain of one thing: her heart will surely lead the way. I'm John Lieberman.
Best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The Best of the Wrap-Up Show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Robin and what she revealed today and that conversation that she and Howard had. It was amazing. It was powerful. You really got an inside look at their conversation and why Robin has been away from the show physically, but we get to hear her every day. So, of course, we had our opinions, and here's how that special conversation went.
Two major developments today. One, of course, was the return of George Takei. And the show just takes on an entirely new element whenever George is in the studio. He's so honest, he's so forthcoming and charming, and so explicit in his storytelling that Howard just said hi to George this morning, and then he ends up talking for an hour because George always has something to say and a lot to say about it. But that was followed by Robin, who decided today that she was going to talk about why she's been out. And I think that a lot of people are asking, why'd she take so long? Why couldn't we know this? The show's all about honesty, etc. And I think this is one of those situations where, as you heard Robin and Howard tell the story, you really needed to respect where they were coming from and why they chose to keep this private. There were a couple of things going on there. One, I think if Robin told people what was going on during all of this, there would have been a ton of, and again, your heart's in the right place. How you doing? Are you okay? And the show ended up being very therapeutic for Robin because it was the time where she wasn't dealing with her illness and she wasn't fighting cancer and going to all these treatments. And you really have to take your hat off to her in terms of showing up to work every day, granted via the ISDN line, but still being on air, pushing through when other people, not just Benji, but other people, they come in late, they have their reasons, whatever else. But you could also see what a literal lifeline this show is for Robin and frankly for Howard. Howard was wrecked when this first came out and didn't feel comfortable doing the show without her. And, thankfully she was able to be on. And yes, we miss her being here physically, but she's on the air. It's reached the point now where I don't think anybody even thinks twice about Robin being here because it seems like she's here all along. We miss her for the off the air stuff. But some of us have been communicating with her for a long time, and the range of contact varies from Howard, obviously, who's been talking to Robin day in, day out and helping her through this, which now she's been out for well over a year, to other folks who, I've been emailing her a lot. Gary, I know, has been talking to her quite a bit, but not one of us, with the exception of Howard, really knew all the details of what was going on and what she's been fighting. And thankfully, she got that diagnosis. She's still working and fighting through, but it looks like she's cancer-free and hopefully going to be back here sometime soon. But Gary, I know you said a lot of it came as news to you. You were aware, but you didn't know all the details that were coming through.
I knew about the first operation. In fact, I was getting phone calls the whole day while she was in the operation. And it was a really weird day because I got some misinformation. And so I was out at a charity event. My phone rang, and it was almost like, this is not good. Not that anything was going to happen to her that day, but that it didn't look very good at all.
She spoke a couple times about getting a prognosis or the possibility of a prognosis like that. Like if this spread all throughout her body, she was done. But
this was that first day operation that we all knew, here on the show knew she was going in. I got the report; it was not going well.
Yeah, she told was an 8-hour operation.
12.
And the reason was because that grapefruit-sized tumor inside her was so big they had to move her around to get it out of her. But can you imagine waking up after that? Nobody's there. You went in not knowing what the prognosis was going to be. You have those marks you can't see on your stomach. I mean, I can only imagine what that. And granted, you're probably not all there because you're drugged, but
which could be worse.
Yeah, but oh my God, to not have anybody there, that's just crazy. And I do remember when we went to visit her, how happy she was to see her. Thankfully, we didn't get the Benji treatment. She was happy to see us.
Didn't she look great when we went to see her?
She looked fantastic. I couldn't believe what she just went through. But the other thing was, when we were talking to her, you looked over to the window, and sure enough, you saw that picture of Howard. And that's really what got Jason. No go. That's really what got her through a lot of this.
But as I said to Howard today, I guess everybody on the staff knew different, varying degrees of stuff, and my assumption was after that initial operation that it was still touch and go, but that she was going to be all right, but it was going to be a very long recovery. I did not know that they told her, like, hey, we're just going to try to make the rest of your life as good as we can. And in a way, I'm sort of glad I didn't know it now, because it would have been really fucked up. It would have, it would have been terrible.
Well, if a doctor is telling you, okay, here's how we're going to prolong your life, you're immediately like, what do you mean prolong my life? And the fact that she was saying, I thought she was so candid about this today when she said, I didn't know if I wanted to live my life that way.
I get it, but I think nobody wants to live their life that way, but I would like to think that it's better than not living at all.
Well, yes and no. I mean, to her, with her personality and the way she sort of lives life, it didn't sound like she was willing to go there. Jace, what do you want to say?
I actually just came down to tell Gary that the meatballs are here and if we should wait, keep them out in the lobby or wait.
No, go, just put them out.
Oh, okay. But in terms of Robin, it was great hearing her today. Will and I had lunch with her a few months after her surgery, and just like everybody else is saying, couldn't believe how much energy she had, how good she looked, how on top of it she was. Both my parents have had cancer, and I know what it's like after a round of chemo or something like that, and you don't want to move, you don't want to talk, you don't want to do anything. So it's crazy how well she responded to all that.
Yeah, her first round of chemo, she was commenting how even people, you had chemo, like she didn't lose her hair, she didn't lose her energy, she kept going. The second round, that's where she lost her hair, and it really kind of hit her a little bit harder. But yeah, she's what we've been. I mean, I've been emailing TV stuff with her. I thought I watched a lot of TV. Right. Obviously, she's in a position to watch a lot more than me. But her spirits are just so great. And Howard always makes the comment how if nobody else was here, he could do the show, just him in front of the microphone. I believe that, but I honestly think now if Robin wasn't here, I don't know if he would want to go on with the show. It would just be not only would be different, but. Today you got a great window into how close their relationship really is.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get too into it, but when we thought that, at first we thought that Robin might be out for a really extended period of time, and we were trying to figure out how to handle that situation, and I would just say the best word I could use is it was very unsettling for Howard. It's just, not only because of what does the show, because you do something the same way every day and there's a chemistry, but because of what I could imagine he was thinking. I would think it would be very difficult for him to do the show and not be thinking about what's going on with her, and it would really be hard to pull off.
Were your feelings hurt when she said that she didn't think you could handle what was going on, and that's why she didn't tell you everything?
No. You want to know when my feelings were hurt? When Howard imitates me, makes fun of me for saying I didn't know anything, does his bucktooth thing where he sticks out his mouth like this, and so Gary came to me and said, I didn't know anything. I'm like, what are you picking on me for? I didn't know. Like, why am I the asshole?
I think Gary might have been a little too sensitive for Robin. Just judging off his sensitivity right now.
Based on that?
Yeah,
Is that
based
what
on
you mean?
maybe she was
Because as you listen to the conversation, Howard's making jokes. Howard's trying to make it light because it's a really heavy thing you're talking
All right,
about.
Benji's
here.
to your left. Go get him.
Oh, Benji got hit. I mean, Robin actually said, she didn't want Benji to visit, and I don't know how much she was kidding when she said that.
I don't think she was kidding at all, and I felt bad for Benji.
So did I.
I mean, you're going to make an effort to visit somebody. Don't mock them.
Gary, initially, a lot of people, when Robin wasn't here, were complaining and saying, well, why doesn't she come in? And kind of, or thinking that couldn't understand why this was being kept private. And as a fan, I get it. I want to know what's going on because that's what this show does. That's what it's always been. But you also have to figure if we're keeping something private, there's probably a good reason for it.
John, you just teed up. You've seen me in the back office, how long I've been waiting for this day to talk about this. I found it very upsetting when people called up with all these conspiracy theories. Where's Robin? Why aren't you telling us? This is bullshit. And I understand the show's a very honest show, but as you heard today, I thought it was very obvious. Robin was sick. Then we went away. And then when we came back, Robin missed a day. And then we were on the air again, and Robin wasn't telling her story. And, it came up even on the wrap-up show a couple of times. I just felt like I think most of the people in the audience understood that they would trust us enough. I would always say it's Robin's story to tell. And if it was something we weren't talking about, then I thought it would be really obvious that it was something super important. And Jason and I were talking about this because he said it came up on one of his shows. Like, what's the conspiracy? Like, what did you think we were covering that Robin was doing? What did you think she was up to that we were covering for her?
Well,
wasn't it obvious she was sick?
Well, everyone always has conspiracy theories about this show. That's part of what makes it tick. But Howard and Robin clearly had a conversation about it, and if they were going to talk about it on the air, and they decided not to because they felt the focus would be on her illness versus doing a good show. And I said this before you guys came in. I think that Robin found it very therapeutic to go to work and have a good time and break balls and do whatever else because it was an escape from what she was dealing with, which was a life-threatening disease.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think I'm speaking out of school. Robin and I hung out about a month and a half ago. We had a weekend together with a bunch of people, and we were talking about Robin Roberts. And Robin Quiver said to me, gee, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that at all. And I said, for her, maybe bringing the audience into it worked for her. For Robin, I think she just felt like, because it also defines you. You know what I mean? It defines you in a lot of ways, and, it can be difficult. So I think it's a very, very personal decision.
Well, we all tried to give our support and talk to Robin and reach out to her in a lot of different ways, and she reacted differently to different people, but she did say that the sweetest of them all was none other than Ronnie Mund. And Ronnie, you love breaking balls with Robin and vice versa, I know, but you knew what was going on, and I know how close you guys are. I'm not going to say were, but are, and to hear her finally tell this story, do you think she was relieved? Do you think, are we happy that now she's at a place where she feels comfortable talking about this?
Yeah, I think so, because, it's a rough thing to have to go through, being sick to begin with, and depending on how sick you are, you really sometimes don't want to talk about it, and you want to forget about it and go about your life as best you can, and that's what she was doing, basically. I mean, she didn't miss a step with sticking me in the back during the shows, with her big knives and stuff, which I always bust her balls about. But, I know Robin for a real long time, and I've seen her go through a lot of shit, not with sickness. Well, with a different kind of sickness, and I've seen her go through it, and where she was locked in the house and never came out of the house and stuff like that. But I don't want to go into too much detail. But it was good to see that she could snap back from this, and I'm real happy for her.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have a very interesting organization here. Some of us have been together as much as 30 years. I'm 30 years with the show. Robin's like 33, Fred's like 36, and Ronnie's like 28. We've all been together a long time. We're a family, a dysfunctional family. At times we fuck with each other, but we're a family. And it's more than just working together. You do work together and there's a bond there, but we feel like, I know for me, like when I think of like myself and Howard and Fred and Robin, I felt like, something really something really amazing has been built here. You know, Howard's built this empire. He's built this legacy in radio and in television, and we were all a part of that. And that, you know, that really is a big bond. And, you know, we see each other socially a lot too. I was joking around, like Robin still sends. Robin started sending gifts, Christmas gifts, to my kids when they were really young, and now my son's in second year in college, Jackson, and she still sends a gift. And I talked to her about it once, and she said, "You know what? I knew you when you lived at home with your parents. I watched you get married. I watched you have kids. I watched your kids grow up. I watched your kids go off to school. That's what we are. That's what we're doing here. This is our family."
Benji, you, I think, didn't get that kind of love today. And part of it, yes, it's the show, and you're trying, Howard's making people laugh, and that's the way it goes. But two things. One, first, with Robin being out, you know, and coming to work every day and showing up, going through chemo, all that stuff. Did any of that resonate with you, thinking like, wow, maybe I should be doing it? But you've been...
No, like Gary says, like, we are a family. And I live in the shed out back, but we're a family. But no, I was, and I thought it was so silly when people were making a thing about, you know, ISDN. Who gives a fuck? I mean, if you do give a fuck, you give a fuck. But it's like everyone's job has their own things and everything. And yeah, no, I don't think I took it so much like, oh my God, she can do. I just took it overall as a very inspiring thing that she can be facing mortality right in her face and still, you know, be a creative, artistic person.
Yeah, I will tell you that I've always known that the show's meant a lot to Robin, but I really got to see it firsthand because she didn't miss a couple of days. You know, she missed like 2 days, but she didn't miss. Somebody in the same position would have missed a lot more days. Yeah. And the tenacity that she had to make sure she was there for those days, and I could tell that the show meant everything to her. That it was, you know, everybody finds, you know, sort of strength in a different place. And for her, it was being on the show every day. I think the feeling was, if I can get in front of that microphone every day, I can go another day.
Did it hurt when she said that, you know, thanks for trying to visit, but...
No, I you know what the problem was, like, first of all, I texted when everyone was in that period when we knew she was told she was in the hospital and everything. But she texted back like an ambiguous message, which... She said, like, oh, not this week, but definitely check back next week. And I think that happened more than once. And I knew she really didn't want me to, but the text was ambiguous enough that I had to keep responding.
But it sounds like when you call a girl and you go, you want to go on a date? She says, not this Friday, but maybe next Friday.
Yeah, but eventually it works usually.
The other thing is you want to sort of respect the person's privacy. And also, Robin clearly, with some people she wanted to talk about this, but with others she didn't. And I think... I don't know how you communicated, Gary, but I was very careful to be like, just talk about TV. Hope you're doing great. And if she wanted to talk about that, you know, what she was going through, that's fine. But if not,
I did talk to her.
I think you're a better friend almost if you don't go there because you're respecting their wishes.
I ended up speaking to her a lot. Like I'd call her every probably month and a half, and I would call her and I'd leave her a message. And sometimes she'd call me back in a day, and sometimes she wouldn't call me back for a week or two. But she always seemed to want to talk about where she was. I never had to ask her. I would just be like, "How are you doing, Robin? I'm just checking in with you." And she would generally tell me.
Did you check in with her a lot, Ronnie?
I checked in with her a lot. I saw her a lot in the hospital, and you know, both hospitals she was in. Mm-hmm. It was good to see her. And you know what? It made me feel good because I made her laugh. Believe it or not. We sat there and we had some really good laughs. We talked about old times. We talked about old shows. We talked about how I got my balls busted. She got her balls busted, how we busted each other's balls. And the funniest day was the day with the picture. She was showing everybody the picture of Howard, which was a scream.
But Ronnie, did you ever have a point where you thought to yourself, we might have to someday do the show without Robin? Did you ever have those thoughts?
In the beginning, yeah.
And they were fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it was real weird. Because I remember the day she walked out of the studio when she was leaving here to go for the first operation. And I just walked over and I gave her a hug, and we both basically almost busted out crying. And I just said, you know, I love you and don't worry about it. You're going to be good. And that was it.
Well, I don't know if you guys talked about this already. Do you think Howard would want to go on without Robin being a part of the show long term?
I think at some point he would make the decision to do it because he's at the end of the day he's always got that driving force, but I think it would be a difficult decision for him, and it would never be the same. It just wouldn't be the same. And it might be at the point where he might do it for a little bit more and go, you know what? I thought I could do it, and I can't, and maybe I don't anymore.
I think he'd still be a personality and be part of the media, but I think the show would probably my guess is he might decide to end it then.
Well, there's a big difference between like her recovering and knowing that she's going to be back in X amount of time, and her not coming back at all. I mean, that's what the decision
that's what I'm saying. Well, Gary's implying, God forbid, she had passed away, and I think there's a good chance if she had, Howard might have decided this is the time to end it.
It could be. It's a distinct possibility.
Cheryl in Nevada, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hi.
Hi, Cheryl.
Excuse me. This is me? Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening so intently there. Well, one question I had, Robin is coming back, so my main question was, is your little mini studio still there?
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
Well, I got a lot of stuff in there. I got to get out.
You know what? There is. It's funny. We did a renovation that we talked about in the air, and there's a lot of stuff in there.
My winter's jackets.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be cleaned out in a day, and we're ready.
It might take a couple of days, but
Victor in Gainesville, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just have a question. I'm happy for Robin, and the kind of treatment that she got is incredible. Do you think if it were an average person other than Robin Quivers, do you think that person would have gotten that type of care, given they only have a limited amount of money, or, with the new health care law, do you think that would have changed the type of care that Robin received?
Well, there's a lot of questions there. I'm not sure what the new healthcare law is, so I'm not even going to get into that. And yeah, Robin probably has more tools because she knows a lot of people, and of course she should use them. But I think what I really got out of today, which I'm seeing a lot of people up on the board are talking about, is even if you don't have a lot of money, you should always get a second opinion. And I'm seeing so many people have been calling all day. Some guy tweeted out, my dad never got a second opinion and he died. I get a second opinion when I'm getting a roof put on my house. I have 3 guys come and look at it. You should always get a second opinion. You should, and that's one of those things you never can trust just one person.
But Gary, I agree with you, but that's easier said than done. If you're in a hospital that's a good hospital and someone's giving you a diagnosis and you feel like they're sort of taking care of you, it's hard sometimes to do that. Thankfully Robin did, and Sloan Kettering is an amazing hospital for this kind of thing, and thankfully it's worked out well. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have that kind of money, I can't get that kind of care.
But does it cost money to go to a second doctor and just say, look at this, what do you think?
It depends. It depends on the doctor. It depends on a lot of different things.
And the other thing is, even if you again, just to go once to the doctor, it's your life.
Yeah,
it's your life. So whatever money you have is useless if you're dead.
And even if it's not, even if it's someone who is on your plan or whatever else, if you have a plan, it's another set of eyes. And that's always good, especially when you're dealing with something like this. Right. And you want to have a fighting chance, that's for sure. Neil, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, great show today.
Hey Neil.
Very emotional. Yeah, I love that emotion. You don't get a lot from the Stern Show. It was nice. Like those switch. I was just wondering, do you guys find it inspirational at all? Like what Robin's been through? Like, is it harder to take a day off? Like knowing, you got the sniffles, you don't feel too great, but you think what she's been through and it kind of pushes you through the day?
Well, I'll tell you something. Even before Robin, nobody takes a day off here for the sniffles. So anybody who takes a day off for something, it's usually got to be something pretty important. And in fact, Howard sent me home one day because I was in the bathroom waiting to throw up. But is it inspirational? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could. First of all, I don't think anybody needs me on an ISD online if I'm not here. I'm doing a different job. But I don't know that I could pull that together every day the way she did.
It inspired her. It got her through a lot of tough days. And sometimes, like you said before, Gary, that's what you need. And it really, kept her going. You sense that, Ronnie. Like when she's on the air, she's not dealing with all this medical crap. She's doing what she loves to do.
To listen to her on the air, you would never know she was sick. That's the whole thing,
Pretty incredible. And maybe that's why, some people were suspicious that there's something going on
because she sounded so good.
She sounded good. But again, we were very clear about saying there's a reason Robin's not here. We're not going to tell you, but just trust us.
Mark in Albany, you're on the wrap-up show.
You know what? This was a great show. I was just talking to a friend of mine that's a big fan last week, and we were saying that, nothing has ever been said about Robin. And I realized that this is a personal thing, but on a fan standpoint, we've been kind of drawn into this world, and what's going on, nothing's being said. And my gosh, I mean, was this as random as this phone call that came in and opened the doors, or was this something that Howard and Robin had talked about, and then decided this would be a good time to open up about it?
Again, when I spent this weekend with Robin talked about how, she was planning on talking about this soon. I didn't know it was going to be today, but I knew that she was planning to talk about it soon because she felt, comfortable enough where she, like she called me in January to say, I'm cured. And I almost didn't know what to make of that. What does that mean? And I was like, it also seemed she was cured pretty fast, so I was like worried for her. But then when she explained the whole thing to me, I sort of understood it. And, you just want to make sure everything's going well.
I think we all knew that when she was ready, that's when she was going to talk about it.
But that's what we said all along.
Yeah, and that's what happened, sure enough. Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Ralphie.
Hey, quickly, well, let's be honest here. Robin's alive because she's rich and she knows other rich people who can get her the best care. I mean, most people can't get what she got. I mean, no matter how many people you consult with, you can only consult with so many people.
I agree with that. I agree with the first part of that, Ralph, that she got the best care she could because of her wealth. But you can still consult with other people and get a different decision.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much she got into it, but it really was her. Even at her space, they were telling her she would have like horrible quality of life, and then she found the right people. But anyway, what I couldn't get over, and you talked about it a little bit, Robin's energy. Yeah. I had dinner with her one day after she had chemo. And I was like, my God, if I had chemo, I wouldn't be moving. I would just be laying there. I mean, and she's like, oh, yeah, it's like was another thing she just fit into her day.
Yeah.
I was like, 12, I got chemo. I got to meet Ralph at 3, and then...
It's interesting. I actually want to credit one of the writers from the Letterman Show emailed me this morning, and he asked me a very interesting question, which was Robin watching Breaking Bad while she was going through chemo? That must have been so weird, that whole plot line last summer, and, he's getting chemo, and it's just a strange thing, because I know how much she loves that show.
Oh, right. Yeah, that would be weird. But now, did she say that she is, what did she say about her state right now, where she is?
That she's cured.
She's completely cured.
Yeah.
Don't you have to go a certain amount of months or even like a year to say that, though?
I thought so, too, but she said that's what her doctor told her.
Yeah, she said her doctor said she didn't use the word remission. She said, you are cured.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's great.
All right. Thank you, Ralphie.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ralph's right. Her energy is but she's always had that energy. She's always running. I mean, well, recently she's had that energy where it's not surprising to me that even though she got chemo, she was still up and running and going because she has such a joy for life. And I think that's what caused that conflict if she was in a condition where she couldn't do what she wanted to do. But one of the things that Benji brought up before, Gary, was would Howard continue with the show? And you feel like he would.
Well, I feel like it would be something that he'd have to really, really think about. I don't think he'd go like, oh, let's just do the show tomorrow. I think it would have to be something that it would weigh on him. But, you and I were talking about it during the break. How could he do the show without Robin? And I would think that, Robin's feeling would be, hey, we built this amazing thing. Don't stop because of me. Keep it going. Don't diminish what we built.
I get that, but I also think I remember how out of sorts he was when Robin was, maybe wasn't going to come back and all that. And I know the show has gone on and lost a bunch of people as time has gone on, but with Robin, and at the point of Howard's career, I just don't know if he would, even part of him would want to. I think out of respect for her, he almost wouldn't do it. But thankfully, we don't have to find that out. Steve in Louisiana, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, man, you kind of hit on what I was going to say, John. It's just, I don't think that the fans were necessarily projecting hatred towards Robin. It was just the fact that, Howard's performance can be affected if she ain't there. And so it's just the fact that she wasn't in the studio seems like she's a step away from not being on the show, which means Howard wouldn't be doing the show. The dangers of doing a show like this where it's full disclosure is that when it gets real, is that, you're towing a line where it's just, the fans feel like they're owed things, but that's just the fans that don't get it really too, because they feel so personal with the show that it's like, I need to know everything right now. But, sometimes just like you got back off, man. This is a TV show. It's entertainment. It's not, some people get involved as it's their life, which is, Yeah, that's how it plays out, but you can get into dangerous territory where people are vindictive about how she's not there. But I don't think it was necessarily against her. It's just the show not keeping on going.
Steve, I think that's actually really well said. I also think that I don't know how you would rank the listeners, like a casual listener, but even if you're a pretty regular listener, I think that it was very difficult to tell that Robin wasn't in the studio. I think that if you missed the days where we were talking about what happened and we didn't refer to the ISDN, I think that there was that you wouldn't know.
No, I mean, I'm here. I'm in the studio, and if I wasn't looking up to see, I really wouldn't know.
So yeah. I don't think that it changed the show. You know, it may have changed it for us on a lot of levels, and then we got used to it. I got, at the beginning it was a little bit harder not having her here, and like I would IM stuff to Jim McClure, he could give it to her, and I could speak to her that way. But there were a lot of people, who didn't know. The interesting thing is,
I found out today.
The interesting thing is, my job before every guest was to go in and say to the guest, hey, by the way, Robin's not in studio today. She's doing the show from her home via ISDN line. And I would say, don't reference it, not because the audience knows she's not here, but it slows down the show if you go, hey, because remember at the beginning, a bunch of people go like, where's Robin? Yeah. And Howard got all pissed off at me. And it was very interesting. Like people would get this different voice on. Like I remember Bradley Cooper, go, I know, how is she? Like people who really love the show understood it and know, but they would put on their sad voice to ask how Robin was, and everybody to a person asked how she was.
When you hear Howard and Robin having these serious, emotional, deep conversations, someone always has to lighten it up. Like It's almost like they're scared to go to that place for a bunch of different reasons. But thankfully they did today, and you got some great radio.
Although I suspect they went to those places when they were talking off the air.
Yeah, just the two of them,
and that must have been really hard.
Yeah, I think it weighed down, obviously, on Robin and certainly on Howard. But again, happy ending to the story. Thankfully, it looks like things are looking great for Robin, and we wish her, a speedy recovery, of course. And now that she's cured, hopefully, only good things will happen.
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about who's changed the most on the staff since they started working here. We know a lot of them have changed physically because they're all fat asses, but we're talking about emotionally, spiritually. It's great stuff.
Will's here because I wanted to bring him down to talk about Dr. Chin, who is very clear about the woman that he wants in his life to marry, and had a bunch of different conditions. And the guy, he's not a bad-looking guy. Clearly, he's successful, at what he does. He has got a bunch of money, and he's just looking for the right one, but he's going about it in an awfully strange way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's very specific about what he's looking for. And, he said to me that he has more money than God at this point, and he doesn't really care what his parents think, so he's just going to go for what he wants. And he just happens to have a list of exactly what he wants.
I have to tell you, it's more of a visual thing. He won me over when he showed up in the lab coat.
Yeah.
It was almost like we called Central Casting and said, send that guy.
My favorite part of the interview was when he revealed that he's done some work for strippers and they pay him in funny money. And he doesn't, but he gave it to his staff, and they all
Which is like, so then he sends me an email where he goes, yeah, I got tired of that. That's like, what's his name? Joey Chestnut doesn't want to eat another Nathan's hot dog like I want a lap dance. I'm like, oh, okay. Interesting analogy.
And I guess if you find the wife, you get a Ferrari out of it. So it's still a pretty interesting thing to explore if you want to go there. But I was wondering, where this ranks in terms of, a lot of times people will get on other people here for not lowering their standards, not settling. And he's, 40? He's in his 40s.
He's 47.
At a certain,
Is he?
At a certain point, you need to, sort of come to grips with what's out there and make the best of it.
Well, he's got a couple of things that most average people don't have: a boatload of money and a great job. So those are things that allow a guy that may not be a 9 or a 10 to look for a 9 or a 10.
Right. So what I'm taking from you is you think JD needs to marry a 4 at this point.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Oh.
But
a 4+.
And JD is more than welcome to come down here to discuss this. But no, JD has been accused of just that, having his standards too high and not being willing to, and settle's the wrong word because it's insulting, and that's not what we mean here. But
find a girl with a good personality.
Well, that's even more insulting in some way. But you know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with someone who maybe looks like an ape, has a personality of a 12?
So you look like an ape?
An 8.
Oh, an 8.
But we've had these conversations before. Like I haven't seen many of the girls that JD's been with, but JD just needs like a good, solid girl. And when I mean solid, I don't mean fat. Will's already teed up his next joke. But like, what's wrong with a girl with has he ever dated anybody with a normal job and without drama? Just like a good, solid girl. A girl she's cute enough, she's nice, she's smart, and she likes the things that you like.
But you have friends like that, I'm sure, where the drama always seems to follow whoever they date.
Yeah, but eventually they sort of, you can't complain that you can't make it happen if you're not making some efforts.
Yeah. I feel like the show has kind of perverted him with women.
Oh, please. We fucked him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We fucked him up. First of all, I got this skinny little nerdy sweet kid who never took a drink in his life.
Right.
And who hadn't had sex. Now, he's like pounding him down. He's been with strippers and porn stars, and it's not real life.
Would you say
it's funny because that's a lot what that movie Don John is about.
Would you say that JD has changed the most in terms from day one working here to where we are now? And I'll throw Howard into that mix too. Who do you think's really changed the most in terms of their personality and what they're like?
It's interesting with JD because he's changed in those aspects, quite a bit, the ones I just talked about. But at his core, he's the same shy, leave me alone guy that he was when he got here.
Yeah. Back office, I'd say Jason has done the most transformation in terms of personality.
Oh, how so?
Because he was just a kind of quiet young. Gary and I were talking about this yesterday.
I got to tell you a great story. Jason loves the story. When we were at K-Rock, Jason comes up to me one day, and one of the things I loved about Jason when I met him was he was a very hard-working, quiet kid. I didn't really know much about Jason, but I knew that if you gave him something to do, he got it done. He was a very hard worker. So I can't remember how long he was working for me, but he came to me and he said, listen, I went to the doctor and I started taking these pills, like these like happy pills, he called them. And he said, and I think that they're going to bring my personality out more. And sometimes I don't see it. So if you think I'm doing something that's a little out of line, could you let me know? So I'm like, okay, I log that information away. We go into a meeting with Tom Chisano, our general manager, and a bunch of salespeople. And Jason is there with me mostly to write down some notes and just sort of lay low. Jason gets up, starts parading around the office, making declarations. And Tom looks at me like, who the fuck is this? And how do you shut him up? So we went back to the office, and I said to Jason, yeah, that's one of those times that, you got to reel it in.
So you say
it was the beginning.
So I was going to say, that hasn't stopped. But you say Jason has changed more than JD, you think?
Yeah, I mean, JD more or less is the same person. He's obviously much more comfortable with the people he's around.
He's comfortable with us, but I don't think he's any more comfortable with strangers than he was before. Us, he likes, and that took some time, too.
Do you feel like the show has changed who you are at the core?
At the core? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm still a pretty good guy. Shut up.
No one said you weren't a good guy.
I know.
But coming in, like Gary was saying, you were sort of, hadn't drank, hadn't had sex, and now you've experienced all that.
I remember the drinking thing was such a big deal. He was so adamantly against drinking. And I don't remember why.
Well, because, I've had family members have that sort of issue, and I didn't want to, I was afraid that sort of thing might be in the genes.
See, I don't think we even knew that at the time. I think you never. I don't think you ever said that. You probably knew that, but we didn't. You were just like, we found it hard to believe that a 23-year-old guy had never had a drink. How old were you when you came to us?
And I hadn't been to a strip club either.
What changed your mind? Like, what made you decide? Okay, now I'm going to take that drink.
I don't know. Maybe just wanting to sort of quote unquote fit in a little bit.
Peer pressure,
peer pressure,
definitely.
But it was a while. Like how long did you work for us before? It wasn't like JD came to work for us and 3 months later he was drinking. It was a while.
Well, it was the final. It was the E Entertainment. For the E show, it was the last party or whatever, and I had a Malibu Bay Breeze because I said,
I remember that.
Because I said, give me something that tastes good at least.
Was it dick for a twizzle stick?
All right, calm down, Gary. And then I got so much shit like I do now. I got so much shit for it. Like the next time we hung out somewhere, I said, all right, fuck it, I'll have a Jack and Coke, and that's sort of been it.
Is that your drink?
Yeah, I guess.
How often do you drink now? Like I have no idea.
I barely drink. I mean, I barely go out, so I barely drink.
Right.
Hey, were you at first? I might have missed this, but were you at first kind of holding out for like you just like moral reasons or?
And then I don't think moral reasons. I was just, I am afraid to be out of control. So I don't want to.
Was it a little bit like when someone loses their virginity though? After the first time, it's no big deal anymore, and like you can do it as much as you want.
It's sort of like that now, but I still don't drink that much.
Did you get the first night you drank with the Bay Breeze and stuff? Did you get like so drunk that you barfed? Did you get crazy drunk though, or just a couple of drinks?
No, I literally only had one of those.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it wasn't.
So what's the drunkest you've ever been since you started drinking?
Well, I don't know if it was a drunk. I mean, there's definitely been like some beer pong times where I've probably been pretty out there. But I've only puked once from alcohol, and we were out in the, I don't know how I got pushed into this, but some of us went over to the Poconos at some house, and some house in the woods or whatever, and I was just drinking like crazy and playing beer pong. And I remember like the electricity went out at one point. I was gone by then. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to puke over this railing. So I puked over the railing, and then I laid down in a hammock, and I see Richard Christie laying in a hammock next to me reading a book. And next thing I know, I wake up outside. I'm the only one outside. Everyone else is inside.
It started to pour rain.
His pants were down.
No, my pants were down.
We tried to get you up, but this was we rented a house in the Poconos.
I don't even remember this. So
I had a bunch of people over, and JD and Richard were probably the most hammered people. And JD passed out in the hammock, and it started to pour. It's one of the reasons the power went out, I think, or it was later. And we tried to get him up from the hammock, and I was like, well, whatever. And we just all went inside.
John, I wonder, do you think JD's like Kuther Polly on The Big Bang Theory? Like when you drink, is it easier for you to talk to chicks?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean,
do you worry less?
I don't know. I don't think I don't know.
I think honestly, I played beer pong. I played beer pong a lot with JD, and I think he's kind of the same guy, drunk and not drunk. Like we could be drunk. Like JD knows that there's a change becomes of me halfway through a beer pong tournament. Like I will turn into a completely different person.
Well, you physically change. Your eyes barely open.
Mostly with some help with herbal medicine.
Yes.
But JD is pretty much like we could play like 7 games of beer pong. JD, should be trashed at this point, and he'll still be just as upset and miserable.
He's still
after
slurring his words.
Yeah, still slurs his words. Still hard to understand.
JD,
and still miserable.
Let me ask you the question: who do you think has changed the most since they came to work here?
Who do I think has changed the most? I mean, I guess probably maybe Jason. I don't remember Jason being as outgoing as like when we first started working here. When I first started working here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Benji's gone through more changes.
No, but Benji's still.
No,
Benji
I
at his core is the same person.
Making a joke.
Both Will and Jason both.
Yeah, I was gonna say Will,
especially from when they first interned. Like Will, I liked him a lot, but I felt bad for him because he seemed so shy and so like. I felt like I didn't even realize he just didn't seem like a happy person. He seemed very shy, and
that's changed.
You seem like you're much more assertive.
Now you feel sorry for you.
Well, I think yeah, right. But I think when anyone starts as an intern here, they're somewhat intimidated and they don't want to be the loudmouth in the corner.
Right.
We can all tell from experience that that's not the interns that we like.
When
either.
that guy walks in, every semester you get that guy, and we all look at each other and go, "That guy has just arrived."
And Jason completely, and Jason's talked about. He says this is who he feels he's always really been.
Right.
But like the antidepressants.
Yeah, I don't think it's even a contest. And again, I'm the only one who could really answer this because I've been here the longest. 1984 Fred bears no resemblance to current day Fred. He has really changed the most. He was very quiet, very introverted, brilliant, brilliantly smart, but socially just didn't like to get out there. I mean, in some ways, he was like JD in the sense that like he didn't feel comfortable in social situations. And then, he got married. He moved to New York City. He sort of flourished culturally, and he's like a different guy.
Well, another name I'll throw in, none of you guys said, is Howard. I mean, Howard's changed quite a bit.
And he would have to.
And only for the better. I'm just putting it out there. I'll be the only one that says it. That's fine.
Ronnie?
No, Ronnie. I mean,
or has
yes.
Ronnie always been that guy, and that guy has only surfed in the last few years?
That's what I think.
I think Ronnie's regressed.
That's still changed.
I think he's got backwards.
But I think that guy always existed in Ronnie, and maybe we didn't get to see it for a while.
I always thought there was a huge change in Ronnie, and I might have been reading into it after his mother passed away. That's when I thought he started to come out a lot more.
Another guy who I think has changed, who I try to get down here, but I know he's busy, is Scott the engineer.
He's changed not one iota.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's slightly less prone to scream at you than he was 10 years ago.
I mean, think about it. What's the last Scott screaming fit we've got?
You know what's crazy about talking to Scott? I can still hear him in his head. Like, I can see the anger on his face and hear the yelling in his head.
He's controlled his temper better, but it's still there.
So that's a change, right? And Richard, I think, has changed a little bit, not only with his haircut, but, now married.
Porn, and no porn anymore.
Yeah. Sal hasn't changed at all.
No.
Not at all.
Well, no, Sal has really changed his approach to Howard.
Well, that's one aspect.
It was either that or get fired.
That was an aspect of him that changed, but at his core, Sal's the same guy that arrived here. He still says the same goofy things. He's still sort of happy-go-lucky. He's a good-natured guy. I mean, he's sort of the same guy.
I think he's much more careful, though.
Still doesn't know who fought in the Civil War.
Yeah.
But
his history knowledge is not
He's going to get it with the East and the West. He'll get
But
it.
Benji, being more careful doesn't mean you've changed. It just means you've figured out how to not let people know who you are. He's like Dexter. You know what I mean?
I thought Benji actually made a great point off the air. George Takei has changed since. I'm sorry, Jason.
Again, I disagree.
All fat guys look alike, I guess.
I think that George Takei has always been that guy. He's just found a place now. When he first met us at terrestrial radio 20 years ago, and he wasn't fully out, and you couldn't talk that way at terrestrial radio, he didn't. But if he could have, he would have. I think he's still.
Yeah, you know what? I did say that, but now I'm wondering if it's more just every time he's on, we just peel back another layer and see this crazy guy that's underneath. I don't know if that's changed, but it certainly changes from appearance to appearance in a good way. It's awesome.
Jason, are you aware of how much you've changed? Like everyone's saying, you're the one who's really changed the most.
Well, it's been so long. I mean, I've been on Lexapro since I think 2004. So
you remember the story that I just
remember the story? It's one of my favorite stories. I just tweeted about it, and I actually remember the conversation. We were in the office talking to Tom, and we wanted to do some sort of retarded Olympics.
Right.
And Tom just kept saying, "I can't sell that. I can't sell that. I can't sell that." Finally, I go, "Well, somehow they sell the Special Olympics every year," and that's.
Give me one other good story. I know there's another good story.
Oh, well, the one was.
I know the one.
It was Howard TV.
No.
Oh.
Tell the one in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, that's Howard TV, or ETV.
It was the entire television show almost threw Jason to the ground and killed him.
So Artie was having some issues that Gary was dealing with, and so Gary goes, "Listen, go to the production meeting." As me, like you're me at the production meeting. So I took it seriously. I'm like, because I always think, like I always flash forward. It's like if somebody said something at the meeting that I thought was wrong, and then I go tell Gary, and Gary goes, well, why didn't you say something or whatever? So I'm just like, I took it upon myself to be Gary. So we were discussing how we were going to do some segments the next day, and there was some issue with how we're going to get the wires from place A to place B and blah, 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 and it's really hard, so let's move it. And then my question to the room was, is it hard or is it impossible to do? And that just set everybody off.
All I know is that I came out of dealing with my situation, and Robert Radzinski, Doug Goodstein, and Scott DePace. Yep. But it wasn't like all three at once. It was like a gauntlet, and it went from like, who the fuck is he? I'm gonna fucking kill him. It was. They were all so angry.
I was hiding my face at that point. I was like, are you in your mind? You're 23 years old, and these people have been here for 10 years.
Look, at that moment, I was acting as producer of the Howard Stern Show, and I took it upon my very wide shoulders to do so.
Be very careful what you say to him, Gary.
Okay,
the marching orders.
These are some things we wanted to talk to George about this morning. I have the two...
One with his chicken. What is it? George Takei to lead world's largest chicken dance.
Hey-o! Good morning, everybody. Got a nice surprise for all of you. We're here live, and I'm going to turn over the microphone to our announcer. Yes, George is back. Go ahead, George. Take it away.
Good morning, and good to be here. Howard, I got to tell you, there have been some changes made. While I was gone, the front office area has been upgraded 100%.
All because of you, George.
It is wonderful to be back. And so let me begin with an announce. This is George Takei, reminding you that no matter how yucky and gross their sexual behavior is, straight people should be treated with respect. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
You're so right.
You know, we really have to be open-minded about these things.
Heterosexuals are so gross.
Well,
you know, I had my first gay kiss on America's Got Talent. I don't know if you've read about it.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
But I'm all ears.
With Howie Mandel.
Oh, yes. Well, he's kind of cute.
Yes.
How did he like it?
Oh, he melted in my arms.
I don't think so.
The next night, he started dressing like Liza Minnelli. He was wearing like a big bowl hat and a glittery shirt, and I was like, wow. Well, he really dug it.
Well, I'm glad that you are opening yourself up to that.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm going to perform anal on him next.
Not on TV.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes. I'm going to
be
finger
some
his
standards.
asshole right on America's Got Talent.
It's good for radio.
Actually, it was really weird. Robin, you there?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
Good morning, Robin.
I'm just fine.
Yes, you sound it.
Hey, by the way, I was watching you. I don't know how many years this goes back. You were a young man performing on The Twilight Zone.
Oh, yes.
That's a great acting piece for you, don't you think?
It was a juicy piece of red meat.
Who's the guy who played the war veteran?
Neville Brand, a Native American,
yes.
and a wonderful actor.
Is he still alive?
No. He's passed.
Passed away?
He's had problems with alcohol.
Did you stay in touch with the guy over the years?
Not in close touch, but I kept touch periodically.
There's this cool episode of The Twilight Zone. You can actually get it on iTunes or something. You can
Where
buy.
did you see it?
I have the Twilight Zone complete box set. So I love The Twilight Zone, and it was this great episode where George shows up at this guy's house to just he just wants to clean and get some money.
I was a gardener.
Right. But then he wanted you to clean his attic.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted company. He wanted me to drink beer with him up there.
I thought you were crazy to even go up to the attic, but because the guy looked unstable.
He did.
And then...
But George wanted money.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a half-hour episode. It was called The Encounter. And George plays this guy who ends up in this attic with the dude. And it's just the two of them carrying the whole thing. It's almost more like a play than it is a TV episode.
A two-character play, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to memorize there, huh?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of something to sink your teeth into there.
Yeah.
There was substance in that role. I had another wonderful role before that, but that was really a chunk of
Is that how you got Star Trek when they saw you on that?
No, actually, it came about as a result of Playhouse 90.
Oh.
I did a part in Playhouse 90, which was the most distinguished live drama, 90 minutes on television, written by people like Reginald Rose, Patty Chasky, some of the great playwrights of our time.
It was really cool because there's a samurai sword, and, whenever George holds it, all of a sudden he starts getting wacky thoughts. And I won't. You should actually rent it. It's really good.
I have to. I don't remember that episode. I've seen every episode of The Twilight Zone, but I don't have a good memory of that one.
Because they never gave you a lot of stuff to do in Star Trek. They didn't give you, you know what I mean? Like in that role, you really got to act.
I really got an opportunity to show my stuff.
It must have been horribly. It must have been horribly frustrating for you because you really can act.
Well, I'm an actor,
Yeah, and it must have really been frustrating for you on Star Trek. that they, maybe once in a blue moon they'd give you something to do, but he basically had to sit there and just fucking, read a line to
Yes,
Aye,
Captain.
sir. Ward 3, steady
Right.
as she goes.
Yeah. I mean, it must have been incredibly frustrating, right?
Well, what I did was I lobbied Gene Roddenberry, the creator of this series, as well as the writers, the writing staff people, feeding them ideas, trying to give a little dimension to my role. But
almost like what these guys describe on Saturday Night Live. Sometimes you have to go write your own material in order to get on there.
Well, I practically did that for them. I had relationships with, my parents and my siblings and a girlfriend and so forth. But when you have one domineering personality.
William Shatner.
Here we go again.
Well, no,
I didn't say it.
No, this actually brings it into perspective how frustrating it must have been. You mean to tell me, be honest with me, Shatner would really sabotage your...
Sabotage, yeah.
Sabotage. He would sabotage, he says sabotage.
He does.
Yeah. He would sabotage your...
No, it wasn't... malicious. It was more to beef up his part.
Right.
I mean, he felt that he was. Yeah, well, he was the star of the series.
Did he ever actually cut lines from you?
Well, we're certainly aware of the times when he took close-ups away from us.
Really?
The director would be setting up for a close-up, and he'd come on stage and see. He would see that, and he would take the director off to a dark corner and whispered conversation. And they'd come back, and the setup would be changed. It would be on the captain, and the rest of us would be off-stage voices. What was important was his reaction, not speaking it.
And that makes the show so much more boring. I mean,
it does. I mean, because drama works with tension. With two characters or three.
Why did they give in to him though? When you think about it, okay, yeah, he was the star of the show, but.
It wasn't that big a show.
The network could have certainly...
We were very low rated, and that gave him that much more power. They
really?
Yeah,
I think they would listen to him less if it was low rated.
Yeah.
Well, say, fuck you. Who cares?
He had an amazing contract.
Yeah.
His contract read that he had approval of photographers on the set and all sorts of other things. Apparently, his agent did a good job of negotiating a lot of power for him.
After seeing that Twilight Zone episode, I went, boy, poor George. Like, George could really act. And like Star Trek, they just wouldn't